everybody. Welcome to the morning roast. A little later than usual today because our guest has been busy doing stuff around the place, and then he said that he was still busy. So I said, "Well, I'll start it about like an hour later, and when you're ready, you can pop on." So
it's a free for all.
Yeah, when he shows up, I don't know, but I guess he'll be here when he's here. Let me make sure he has the link too. I didn't send him it yet.
That could be an important thing. He could
Well,
have been
he
in the whole
said he
time.
wasn't ready. So I
Oh.
said, okay. So here is the link for whenever you are done and ready.
4 hours later.
Oh, come on now. He said he wasn't ready, so I didn't send it. All right. Let's see. How you been, Shane?
Not too bad. I was just sitting here playing Diablo and saw you're going live. I gotta come try to entertain you a little bit.
Turn that fan on. Oh, hot. There we go.
How was your oh, he's not there.
How you liking Diablo?
It's not bad. Like I played it pretty hard there the first week it came out, and I just dropped off of it. And I've been on vacation this week. Get to that part, I'm like, I guess I could play some video games, get a little bored. So I just popped it in.
Yeah, I'm on vacation too. I don't go back till Monday.
Yep. Well, I think I go back tomorrow, but my last day. I did a lot of shows this past week. That was kind of the plan. Took a vacation, tried to land as many shows as I could. And
yeah, I seen you were busy on the different streams and such.
Yeah, so it's kind of nice to come back here, but like where I'm not the guest, so I can just kind of chillax a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't have to be in pitch mode.
Let's see, who else?
Somebody else gets to be in the pitch mode.
So it says, welcome to the late weekend roast, where Sugar has hopefully recovered from playing his 86th Path of Exile Templar Easy Mode pre-build.
I saw you playing that last night.
Now, hush your mouth. It is not a pre-build. I spent hours making this build myself, I'll have you know, soul. I am not one of those guys that goes online and looks up meta builds and does that.
He's the type of guy that spends his time picking out dresses and brawls. Come on now.
Yeah.
You don't have time to go build a character off of a mod.
No, I made my own character, I'll have you know, soul.
Is that a new one? Is that the new one that came out? Or is that just the regular Path of Exile? Because there's a second one coming out, right?
Yeah, there's a second one coming out. It ain't out yet. They started new. Yeah, the way Path of Exile works, it has leagues. Every so often, it'll start a new league, so you make a new character and stuff.
Like a season, like Diablo does with the seasons.
Yeah, with seasons, except it adds new mechanics into the game, and it'll add new like little skill gems and items and different things every season. They add to it. So I made my new character and started to play. I actually like the new mechanic. It's kind of fun. It's like a MOBA sort of thing. It's kind of weird. I like it. But no, I made this build, and then while I was playing, I tweaked it some more so I could make it just the way I wanted it. Ooh, it's nice. Let's see. What's everybody saying here? Shane, in case you're wondering again, the Wuzzles is a callback to the Red Valkyrie launch party where it was mentioned. Oh, yeah, Spider-Man meets the Wuzzles. Good Lord, Wuzzles. That's a callback. It's an autopilot. It is not internet researched. It is me researched. I came up with it myself, damn it. Autopilot. It is not autopilot. I got to do all kinds of stuff to make this build work.
Research put some hard work into that build.
Lame ass zombies. I'll have you know there are no zombies in this build. I'm not using zombies. I use it as part of my leveling for right now until I get what I need. But I'm going to be dropping those as soon as I get specters and stuff. Shooting lightning from the sky. Yeah, that's my sentinels. That's not zombies. Where you just have to run through the level and everything dies anyway. Most boring way to play. I have to do a bunch of different things. It's just I'm not running through doing the direct damage. I have to do the dominating blow. I have to apply the curses. I have to apply all the buffs and everything.
Do you plan on getting a Baldur's Gate 3 or no?
Probably. I'll probably get it.
I know it's kind
It's
of the thing
multiplayer,
right
ain't
now.
it? Can't you play with other people?
Honestly, I don't know much about it other than I know it is turn-based, like D&D, like you roll a die. I've only watched like clips here and there. I saw like one where like a squirrel like walks up to you, and then like you can roll to like beat the fuck out of it or something because someone
Yeah,
just like rolled like a 19 or something, and they kicked the squirrel into a tree and it like exploded. I was like, damn.
the
But I haven't seen too much like actual gameplay other than some of the cinematic stuff.
amount of player choice. Yeah, online co-op. Okay, that's what I thought. That it interests me. Because of the amount of player choice and how your choices seem to matter.
Yeah.
The only thing that kind of I think I'm not going to care as much for. I think the combat is not going to be as good as Original Sin 2, and that might. I still think it'll be enjoyable, just not on the level of it. And also, the romance will probably annoy me.
It seemed to go heavy. A lot of people talk about the romance, so I didn't know if it's just that heavy in the story.
That's
Like
what's
everybody
worrying
just wants to
me.
fuck everything.
Yeah,
That's
what's
that's
worrying
all I hear
me.
about the game. It's like, hey, you can fuck everything. It's like all right.
What's worrying me is how prevalent the romance is with companions. Because I didn't mind romance in like Dragon Age Origins, but if it's like every companion is like constantly trying to hit on me or something, it's like whoa, calm down. I rejected you. Now go stop. Can't we just be like brothers in arms here? Like bros, do we gotta be? You gotta be trying to put your dick in me? Calm down. So that would be probably my only like concern, but overall, like it does look like it'll be a fun game, and I can be a necromancer or a spore druid and stuff. That looks fun.
Yeah, I didn't know how customizable the characters were when it came to the classes. Like, can you like mismatch things, or is it got like just set preset characters?
You can multi-class, and they encourage like experimentation with that because it's easy to respec. And from what I've seen, they have changed a lot from D&D 5e, which is the basis of the system. But 5e is really simple and stuff, so I'm just concerned with that because I like depth in my games. That's why I like Path of Exile and why I never got the latest Diablo, because I'm like, well, I'm just gonna play Path of Exile because there's just so much more to it.
Yeah, I think there's I fall off on the Diablo 4 like I did. I guess I'm just kind of even today I played. I felt like 2 fucking hours just to get through like a dungeon, but I don't know. It gets repetitive pretty quick. It's not like the story is the most integrated thing in the whole game. Yeah. It's kind of as a side thing, and half the time, I don't know. You're just running into mob after mob after mob. And then after a while, it just kind of gets boring. You're like, all right, another mob of this, another mob of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you really have to have like a lot of skill for Diablo. Just like it's like this close to just being a button masher sometimes. Mm-hmm. It's like,
yeah, the grind on ARPGs can get a little like for me. Once I get the build to where I know it's viable and it'll work, and do like most of the content, I kind of start to lose interest because after that you're just trying to get better gear, to raise your numbers up and stuff. And I'm like, well, that's not so interesting.
Yeah.
And so then I go back and I just start tweaking and playing around and making another character that I can fuck around with.
Yeah. What's the space game that's coming out like in a month or two? Especially the big
Starfield?
One. Starfield?
That one from Bethesda?
Yeah. I think that looks kind of cool. Hopefully it's not like No Man's Sky, though, because everybody like was really excited about No Man's Sky, and it sounded like a good idea. But they're like, oh, the odds of you meeting somebody is, nearly 0%. So it's kind of like, I don't know if you tried that game, but
no, I didn't.
Oh man, it was kind of frustrating. Like I swear to God, every time I started the game, I ended up on like a poison planet, like dying half the fucking time. Like trying to get my spaceship put together. The ports were really boring. By the time you actually get your spaceship put together and start really exploring, Now, it is neat that you can just go find other planets, but they, again, it's not like the planets like had much going on them, other than like, hey, this might be an ice planet. And all you end up doing is mining, kind of like Minecraft, but not as good.
Yeah.
And it's mostly just materials to like just fly to another planet or to, fuel your ship.
They
So it
did
doesn't have
say
much going on.
they did. I did hear that the developers like continued developing No Man's Sky and that it's actually pretty decent now. They improved it by a lot, but that's just what I've
Maybe I
heard.
have to revisit it.
Uh,
Fuck all that shit. Everyone should play Armored Core 6 instead. What's Armored Core 6?
Armored Core. Oh yeah, the new one. I have not actually checked out Armored Core yet. I got excited when I seen it, but then I was like, wait. Modern games usually suck. Temper your expectations. Calm down. I used to love playing Armored Core as a kid. It's a mech game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it was a highly
I think I might have played
customized.
one of those. I don't know. What was it? What was the Sega system? Dreamcast. Didn't Dreamcast have one?
Probably.
I think I played it on that. That's how long it's been since I've played like a mech like styled game.
Yeah, I used to love playing. My mech games were like Mech Warrior, Armored Core, Star Siege, and then like Zone of the Enders when it came out was pretty cool. But yeah, Armored Core I like because of the customization. You could have different ones. Like you could have a mech with like a tank chassis. Its lower half's like a tank. That's what I always ran with. You could have like mortars coming out of your back, firing off rockets, and you could have like a machine gun hand and a little sword on the other. And all right, let me see what is everybody saying here. Oh, we got Fanta. We got Fisk. Hey, Fisk. Neff saying Shane is the shiznit. Swarm looks dope AF.
It does look dope. Thank you.
It does. Yes, it does. Let's see. Fisk says Baldur's Gate 3 looked nice because it doesn't inflict any anti-consumer BS. True, yeah. I mean, it's got, it doesn't have any like DLC or it doesn't really go and do any kind of predatory crap. Which
now, did they actually say that they guarantee there won't be DLC, or is everybody just assuming?
There was some sort of statement made that there isn't any DLC.
That there won't be any. That it's just what it is. What it is.
I mean, I'm sure they'll probably put out like expansions or something.
That was my thing. Like, I understand. Like, okay, everybody's like, oh, it's a complete game. I'm like, well, most games come out complete, but end up with DLCs. I mean, they could still be doing the same thing. They could have like a DLC set up and just said like, yeah, complete game. DLC.
Hey, I'm fine with it as long as they do expansions like the old games.
Yeah.
Like if they do that where it's actual expansions instead of these lame ass DLCs.
One of my favorite expansions for a game was the Oblivion expansion. I can't remember what it was called.
Which one?
it was like the first. I think it was the only big expansion for Oblivion, wasn't it?
Yeah, the one where what was it? You were.
I think you had to fight like the was it the mad guy? I don't like you went to like a portal, like it was all like butterfly and shit. And you go in there and you have to stop the I think he's like a mad something.
Mad God Sheogorath.
Yeah, wasn't that the expansion? I remember right.
Was that Oblivion or was that Skyrim?
The one I'm thinking of was Oblivion.
I think it was Oblivion. The old cheese.
The Shivering Isles. Yes, thank you, Chris Fisk.
Shivering Isles. I liked Morrowind's
that was awesome.
Expansion. That was pretty cool.
What is it?
Morrowind's expansions were pretty cool.
I have that. Where it came with like both of them. I never just got that far into Morrowind. I liked it when I played.
Solstheim.
You know what I like about Morrowind 2 was I like the fact of it had the danger, like it didn't scale up with you. So if you ran into a cave, there could be something in there that's like 20 levels higher than you. It's going to kick the shit out of you. And that, a lot of modern games, that's where I think I get kind of bored. Like Diablo, you can be level 5 and everything through the games will be level 5, but you're supposed to try to level up to level 60 and everything just levels up with you. So I don't know. It's not like it adds anything. You just kind of, I don't know. You stay the same level in a sense.
Yeah.
If everything scales with you.
It's not really a hurdle to overcome anymore because you're just Everything's
there's no excitement of coming back to an area or even being like weary or scared to kind of go into a cave. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I love that old Morrowind feel. I know
Yeah.
Skyrim changed that where they
like
you love
Fallout,
as you
like
go.
Fallout New Vegas, where it's like, don't go north when you start, and you're like, I'll go north, it's quicker, and then you try to do it, and like there's fucking bugs, whatever they were called, I can't remember, just beat the shit out of you. Like, okay, never mind, going where I was supposed to. But oh yeah, this says, but the game itself looks like a Tumblr fanfic with gross humor. Yeah, there does seem to be moments. There was moments I've seen because I've watched a lot of like clips and stuff. There is moments where I'm like, stop.
That's my like. What's the story? Because like I say, all I come across is like the clips, or like the funny stuff, like the guy like fucking a bear or something. You're kind of like, okay,
Well,
what else is there in this game? Like
from what I've seen at the beginning, you're basically abducted by mind flayers. It seems like your character is, and it seems like there's some of that still in you and stuff. And other than that, I don't really know. I know you got to fight, like there's like 3 or 4 acts, and each act has like a big bad. Like the one act has a necromancer. The other one might have a dragon or something. I can't remember the other ones, but so I'm not entirely sure but it's apparently got a ton of content. And like I said, my only thing is looks like a lot of modern like humor and stuff like I keep going back to like Dragon Age Origins when I think of games like this or
that's my turn off.
older CRPGs.
Did you watch the new Dungeons and Dragons movie?
No.
See, I didn't either.
As soon as I seen that trailer, I was like, no.
Yeah, it's too humorous
to
me. I'm like, you have this whole like, fantasy realm that you can go totally Lord of the Rings with and make the next epic fantasy, and you just put, I can't think of the guy's name from Star Trek, Chris something maybe. Either way, he's Captain Picard, but he's like the lute player. He's the bard. And I saw that scene where like he's like playing. I know it's supposed to be a spell, and he starts melting like his face and all that.
Yeah,
it just looked too comical for me. I'm like, man, you had an opportunity to really, because you remember what was the Dungeons and Dragons books back in the day?
Yeah, like that's what I think of when I think of D&D. Is like the old Dungeons and Dragons books where it was like everything was kind of dark and
it was serious. It took itself serious.
Yeah, it was took itself very seriously. These were epic, very dangerous adventures. It was scary.
You have that lore. You have all that lore. You could go back and research and actually make some decent movies.
Yeah,
and you just
everything could kill you. It was not safe to leave the village. Like. I remember reading those as a kid and being like, oh, crap. Like, wow. Because I always just thought it was like you going out facing the evils of the wilderness and the outside world as a small group. It was so cool seeming.
They didn't make a movie series of, what's the dark elf? Dretz?
Dris Do'Urden or how
Dretz. Yeah. I'm surprised that hasn't come out yet. Who is that?
Yeah, those books
R.L. Salvador, right?
Yeah, R.A. Salvatore.
R.L. Salvatore, yeah, something like that. It's been a while since I've said his
name.
I
used to read. I read like I read
that'd be a cool one. That'd kind of be like almost like a Witcher kind of balance there.
Yeah, I read the first at least the first 3 or 4 of those books because I used to have them back when. Let me see. The phrase says, "Buddy came by, showed me some gameplay. It looked fun, but the story looked like it came from Tumblr." Oh. Yeah, see, that's what's worrying me. Every clip I've seen of like the interactions with the companions and stuff like that, I'm like, oh man.
Yeah.
Like, can't we just? Why are they talking like that? Why are they acting this way?
Yeah. It's like this super shock value.
Ooh, light version of 5e. 5e is already like D&D light. How much more lighter can you get? Soul the Poop Man video is doing better than the Accent Shades did. What Poop Man?
I don't know. What's a Poop Man
video? Because they're like, it has man in it, crystal like this. Has man at the end. Who's Poop Man? We got Raiden Radio. Hail. We got Marinus. Hail. Yeah, exactly. 5e's already light on its own. Yeah, everything I saw about Baldur's Gate 3 looked cringeworthy. I love Divinity, but the feminized narration and everything being a sexual diva was a huge no. Yeah, it's like, why is everything so sexual?
Sadly, the game I'm excited about is the new Mario game. That's where my mindset is. The new,
Well, hey, at least it's like, yeah, you're just gonna go around and do some Mario
yeah,
shit. Like, you know what you're
just
getting.
level by level. I think this one Mario turns into an elephant, which is kind of weird, but that's about that and the Mortal Kombat. I can't wait for the new Mortal Kombat game. I'm always a sucker for those. And they actually did something with Reptile in this new one. He actually looks like he's important.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. He has like a cloak on where he looks human most of the time. I saw in the trailer where like he'll show like what he truly looks like, but he looks like he's part of the actual big story arc, and he's not just like a like a side henchman like he always seems to be. Because man, when I was growing up, I always thought not Scorpion, Reptile. Reptile was like the one of the cooler ones, and then you got to the movie, and I think from there on, it's like Reptile took that back burner seat to Scorpion and Sub-Zero. So it'd be kind of cool to see Reptile get his spotlight versus so much of the Scorpion and Sub-Zero fight.
Yeah.
Hey Sam, what's up?
Get over here!
Yeah, I haven't kept up with Mortal Kombat. Like, I tried getting into this new series like after Armageddon, with the whole time travel thing going on, and
Armageddon had like the big dragon guy, right? They had like the egg at the end.
Armageddon was Blaze, was the end of everything. With Blaze as the final boss and stuff.
They always have something like that. Like what was it? MK. What are we on now? 11 before this new one comes out. They had that time. It was old timey wimey type stuff with the chick.
Yeah, Dragon King. Was it Onaga? He was a different end boss for a different Mortal Kombat. Then you had the Alliance, which was Shang Tsung and Quan Chi together. I liked it.
I always like Quan Chi. Quan Chi is like one of the better characters.
I always like Shang Tsung.
Almost
He's a soul guy. He steals souls, keeps himself youthful. Like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Your soul is mine.
You kind of looks like you pull that cosplay off there, Chris. Get the hair.
Yeah. I'll do it.
You get you like a little suit. You just sit there.
I'll
get like a weird pose.
I'll cosplay.
He always did like this.
Oh yeah,
like when he fought. He's like, he's just stabbing people.
Snake style.
Yeah. Well, everybody's here but the guest. Anybody heard from the guest yet?
He says he's restarting his computer, but if it takes too long, he's going on his phone. Okay, so he's on his way.
He's gonna start sending smoke signals. Oh, look out the window.
Let's see. What's all everybody saying here? Oh,
hey,
so got bonds. Look at that. He got bonds yesterday.
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
What did he get?
Guide to Lee Falk's The Phantom. Oh, nice. I'm waiting to get mine.
MK11 was awful. Oh no, Chris. Too many fruitcakes.
Too many fruitcakes worked on that downgrade. The newest MK1 looks pretty, but a lot of testers have told me it's clunky and not as good as MKX or 9.
Oh.
Oof.
It's got like a dual thing on this one. That's one thing I'm kind of afraid of. It looks like there's a lot of like, as you're playing a character, another one switches out, kind of like a Noob and Smoke kind of did. That might be irritating to me. Or they just have like the one character.
Oh yeah. Siska. Hello. Says, why is Red Dress Press not in his dress? Because we're not monetized. I don't know. I did my red dress thing.
And I wanted to. Okay, you have something in your mustache, by the way.
Do I?
That you had like something there.
I just see bright white.
Yeah,
every time I look at inside, I'm just like.
And I wanted to address Chris going, "Hey, Sim, congrats on getting a shout out on Tim Pool. Yeah, that was freaking awesome, and that's all thanks to freaking people."
You're muffled, Sam.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not taking my. Hold on, let me fix it. It's probably taking the freaking voice from my cam. Wait a second.
Mine does that sometimes.
Yeah, they do that sometimes. They kind of like switch from my Yeti to the other one. Is this better? Is this better?
No, it's not about the same.
No. Try again.
Man, on my comic right now. Says Luke. Hello, by the way, Luke.
Also, like Poop Man's like an actual like comic.
Apparently.
I'm trying not to make fun of it. It might be cool.
Is this
it
better?
Sounds weird.
All
Sorry,
right.
Sim, say it again.
Look
Is
it
this
up.
better?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
All right.
So yeah, it was all thanks to Beacon because he's hanging out in the Discord over there, and it's pretty cool. We got a few cells yesterday. Like I was not expecting it. I got a message from Beacon going, "Hey, it happened." Like what? Did we get cells? Oh fuck! Yeah, let me go check.
How's the second book going to that? Do you know?
The second book, what? It's doing pretty good. Like book 3. It's technically the first book had book 1 and
Was
2.
2? Okay.
Book 3 is almost all done. I'm laying out some pages for book 4.
Hell yeah.
So
I told Beacon,
because
I
you know
didn't
it's
revisit
split.
that,
You
but
know
I've also read it.
the book is split in 2, right? So you have like one that's like the angel that you're following, and one's more like feudal Japan. So the one that was more anime, it's me and Beacon doing the art now. I'm doing layouts, he's doing the finishing art, and it's gonna be pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Because I know he's been doing a lot of coloring for stuff lately. I wasn't too sure if like his project took a back burner for now or how that was doing.
No. He's still working on it.
Good.
Me, I'm just waiting on Scotsman to finish his colors and Dave to be able to finish the lettering. But
Yep.
we might have to replace his computer now.
Mm.
You know, tech.
And I was outside too, and I'm still pale. I went outside the past couple days. I was mowing and everything. Nothing.
Yeah, but you're a redneck. You don't take sun. You stay white and red.
You shut your damn mouth, Sim.
See, you're just white and red.
You're gonna be black and blue.
Okay, fine. Okay, fair enough.
Let's see. The cameo character isn't even playable. They're just assist characters with multiple assists. The concept's awesome, but the game is slow. Talking about Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, dude. I don't know which one it was, but I think it was 9 or 10. I just stopped. I stopped a little while back ago.
I guess that would be what, 9 when they rebooted with the time travel stuff.
I think it is. Yeah,
Maybe.
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I remember trying it. I think I somehow tried it and played a little bit of the story, and I just didn't like. I didn't care about the story.
It was cool that you got to play Freddy Krueger though. That doesn't mean it's a DLC, but it's cool.
I don't like when they start crossover stuff like that. I'm like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
get that out of my game.
What's this one?
I'm working on some Blood Hunt
Oh, cool.
on my new
Is
toy.
this like issue 2?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep, and my girl Alex is going to be coloring the book.
You're doing coloring on the first one too, right? Like
How-
going back through it.
Yeah. We're going to reprint of a colored edition. Yep. The thing is, there's a lot of people that came from that came on Blood Hunt from the beginning, and they were asking like they want the second book to be in black and white, but they also like the fact that they like the colors. So that's why I'm thinking that I'm either going to do Blood Hunt 1 in color, then do a Blood Hunt 2 black and white and colored, or I might do the other way around. Like I might do black and white Blood Hunt 2, then do a colored edition for the 2 books. I'm still trying to decide there. If you guys have opinions in the chat, let me know which one you'd prefer. I think doing the black and white edition of Blood Hunt before doing the colors would allow me to get people to be in the book. Get it? While I draw it, then straight to printing in black and white, then get the girl to color and get the campaign done. So it's like, my eyes!
Look at this, Marinus saying about had some shitty players with me that runs off all the time and hoards the loot that I needed. Bull crap, Marinus, you took all the loot.
Yes, this is for Soul. Yeah, Vincent in his beautiful jacket.
Look at the positive, so at least it's in black and white.
Design and his suit is going to be designed by Giorgio Armani. I'm pretty sure he knows what I'm hinting at.
Sugar is white as sugar. I love cocaine.
The best thing about being that pale, Chris, is like you're out in the ocean and like the ship goes down, they'll find you.
Oh, yeah.
Shiny little beacon in the water.
I'm like a lighthouse.
Just choop, choop, just flashing.
He says red dress press is paler than an Amish lady's body. I will never talk crap about the Amish because they make good food. They do amazing baked goods.
Not just that. You're talking about the people that can show up, like 5 of them, and they can, disable your entire house in 5 minutes.
Yeah, they're like.
You ever watch
building
videos of them moving like a whole like church or a house?
Yeah.
Get together and just that's crazy.
They're they got that practical strength too. You don't want to fuck with them.
Yeah, that's what happens to old fashioned. Get it?
Winston oozes douchiness from the tablet. I can literally smell it.
He is a douchebag. He is a psychopath.
Chris hates women. No sex and fun allowed? What? What are you talking about, Meredith? I have nothing against women.
He's just not pervert where he's just looking for tits in a book.
What is your deal, Marinus? Look at this. Look at it. I found it.
It's an inside joke to the last show. You don't remember?
No.
When it was like, is there titties in the book? You were like, no, with the titties.
Meredith is obsession with titty books. Got ya. Hey, look, Poop Man.
Oh man, it is a thing.
It actually is a book.
And you're talking about a guy that has a dungeon, so I'm not surprised. What the fuck is Poop Man?
Apparently, it is a comic funding over on Fund My Comic.
Really? Okay.
I was not aware that this existed.
Is that by somebody? Is that by anybody we know?
Andy Statmiller.
Nope. Yeah.
Where's the flies?
But I don't know that logo.
He's like an army of flies with him.
Well, he shoots corn.
Uh,
He's got toilet paper. Yeah, that works. Fart bomb. Okay.
I mean, I'll look on the positive side. I guess it kind of fits in the if you're a grown up and you like trauma films. I can see this being kind of, if you're in that kind of mindset of you like trauma films, like with a Toxic Avenger.
Yeah.
Like that.
The first Toxic Avenger was pretty freaking good.
Now,
did you see the remaking?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I am not excited.
They've got a little guy playing him.
Yeah. Peter Dinklage is playing Toxic Avenger.
How's that gonna work?
It
Toxic Avenger's like 7 foot tall.
They're doing a remake.
Yeah, and to me, you can't just remake what trauma films.
Now,
trauma film is its own formula. It's like watching B-rated movies for the reason what it is.
But you are aware,
kind of charm.
Did you know? Fun fact that Toxic Avenger #4 was written and co-produced by James Gunn. It was one of his first big movies. While it was owned by Marvel Comics.
I remember like the first two. That's about it.
Yeah, but that's the only ones that are actually good. The fourth one was the one that they went full parody. It is enjoyable. If you watch it, it's like the second one, they were going like a bit weird, but it was okay. The third one, really fucking bad. Fourth one is when they tried to go back to more of the the middle ground between 1 and 2, where the one was like comedy, but it was very like satirical, if you get my drift. Like it was mistakenly like stupidly funny, while the other one, they went too funny, right? Too stupid. So they tried to balance it out. But the point is this: I agree with you. They should not be remaking it. The only thing I think would be funny if with Dinklage is that he starts as a fucking little person, and when he gets transformed,
see,
that would be hilarious. So you still have Peter Dinklage as the inner monologue, the voice or something, which would be hilarious. If they do that, that would be hilarious.
There's a screenshot where it shows Toxie running. But it's kind of hard to judge how big he is because it's just him. But it does look like it's pinker. Like he looks like a little person. So I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like it's so much of it's in shadow. You see his mop has kind of like a glow to it, but.
As long as he doesn't start running around in a wheelchair, we're fine.
Just toss a trash bin, it'll fit.
You get my pun.
Buy the book.
Hey,
why do you want me to buy that Poop Man book?
Yo, what's up, Beacon?
Congrats, Beak. I'm getting some more sales. Can't wait for that next book. I need to revisit the first one. It's been a while since I've read it. I need to refresh my brain on it.
Beacon, that you got Tim Pool to show off the website.
Yep. And he also pointed out that there's a little thing I need to fix on the website.
Okay.
But one part is Beacon needs to do something, and I need to fix something. Is we're having multiple people in there, right? Different countries, so there's a little something for. Anyways.
It
It's
happens.
fun. It's fun to. It's a bit annoying when you go, oh fuck, something's not working. But because there's a rule that changed in Indiana, something got deactivated on the website. Get it?
Mm.
So he was locked in as location, so people could buy from him, shipping from him. But because they changed a law over there, and it applied to my to Shopify, so they had to remove it because I have to apply for taxes in this country. So he's doing that right now. It's just some stuff, and I'm letting people know because it's fun to be aware of that stuff when you're building your own website. But yeah, we got like seven sales yesterday, 7 new buyers yesterday, and we have a few pending. Some people send us messages saying they're going to be buying it pretty soon. But yeah, the problem that I was saying from the store was the website when they check out when they're buying my book and Beacon's book, so 2 different locations. Get it? I need to fix that.
Do we have a cover for the second one yet?
For the what? For the
Beacon's
next
book?
7 legions?
Yeah.
Not that I can show or that I know of.
Okay. I wasn't too sure if he's showed anything yet or not. I've only seen like a couple of pages he showed in like a back room, but that's about it.
Yeah, but he's been sharing some pages on Twitter and Facebook. So the colors are looking fucking awesome. Like, dude, that guy leveled up as hell.
Yeah.
His colors are looking pretty sweet. I think it's can't wait for the next book of that.
Luke says, get that book and tip the website. Shush. Buy that poop book, motherfuckers.
Buy that poop book. Not any cover yet, but do have pages.
Yep.
And he's like an old school thing where it just says it's the shit, like somewhere on the. Buy this book, it's the shit, poop man.
So it's like, Sim, you want to share with the class what kind of coffee you're drinking? Well, I'm drinking regular coffee, regular roast from Tim Horton. As you can see, Timmy.
No fancy flavors or nothing.
It's what we call Timmy. So you get the inside joke with fucking the South Park. Timmy.
Disappointing.
And I also have something called habanero wrap that I haven't eaten yet.
It's like a big burrito, big breakfast burrito.
It's a big wrap with chicken, rice, and stuff like that. It's pretty good.
Oh.
But regular coffee, I am not Chris. I do not need those fancy Kit Kat, Reese's, or whatever coffee that, Yeah, I'm a man.
You're a manly man. Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, I'm feeling way better.
Good.
Yeah.
Don't want to get too much into it, but yeah.
What's going on? I don't know.
Did we lose the guy again? The phone thing not work for him?
I don't know. He said he was restarting his computer,
and I thought South Park was making fun of retarded people. Yeah, it's there's a whole bunch of inside jokes.
He said he was restarting his computer, and if that took too long, he'd just come in through his phone.
But then the phone can give you issues when I tried last time with my phone.
I haven't heard from him since. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess we could always still look at his campaign unless you don't want to.
Yeah, just bring it up.
I mean, it's not like he's not wanting us to look at it or anything. If he's having trouble, we can always still
bring it up. We'll go over it no matter what.
Nexion, number 1.
Would just be better to have him there to do the pitch.
Yeah,
But
that way he could give the pitch and do all that stuff.
you know what?
Yeah.
Run the video.
Yeah, we'll do the trailer here.
Hello, my name is Ashton Batiste. I'm the writer and creator of the comic Nexion. Nexion has been a passion project for me. For many years, I've been working really hard on this with my co-writer, Perry Logan. Nexion is the story of a young man named Richard Jones who discovers that his right arm has been replaced with an alien gauntlet. Now, with these newfound abilities, he helps keep his city safe as the hero, Nexion. But there's a looming alien threat in his city, and he can't do it without you guys. He needs your help. So please help support the comic. I have many rewards. I have keychains, T-shirts, and stickers. But we need your help. We need your help to bring this comic to life. So please, if you could just support this, then we can have a great comic to read together.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see. There's the trailer. Hey, Nightwish. Let's see.
Nexion.
52-page superhero ride with action and heart. Trust me, you're gonna love it. Scroll down here. Yeah. So from what I gathered of the pitch, this like blue gauntlet. What I've seen of the pitch. Where is it here? There it is. Follows a young man named Richard Jones as his life is turned upside down and his right arm is taken over by an alien AI known as Ion. It happens during a critical time in his life, forcing Richard to dive into Ion's past while paving the way for his own uncertain future. Together, they battle corporations and criminals alike, hoping to stave off an ancient enemy bent on crafting a race of bioorganic weapons inspired by anime and superhero comics that seek to blend the two together for a story of action, love, and loss. Trust me, it's a wild ride.
Oh, I wonder what the love part is. Does that hand get a little frisky?
It
The alien hand.
I like Soul's comment. That alien arm looks like a Power Glove 4.0.
gets little eyes on the side.
Yeah. What you doing tonight, buddy?
Are you guys old enough to remember the Power Glove?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo Power Glove.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was a movie with it too.
Yeah. What was that movie called? Where the kids like really good at gaming or something?
That was Little Genius or something like that. Little Wizard.
Yeah, Little Wizard. Yeah. Ah. There he is.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going? Can everyone hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, perfect.
Right on time. We just finished watching the video.
Yeah, we just
Oh,
got to
cool.
watch your little trailer there. Is everything working for you?
Let's see. Yep, everything's good. Yep.
Awesome. Glad to have you in. Wasn't sure if you was gonna be able
Oh,
to
thank you.
make You seem to be having some
Nah. Nope. I'm so sorry. If I say I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. How's everything going, everyone? Yep.
Oh, it was going all right. We were just bullshitting basically about random stuff until we were like, well, you know what? We'll just go ahead and we'll bring up the campaign if you can't make it, and we'll show off what you got going on. But here we
thank
are,
you.
so it works out.
Yes. Hello, everyone that is watching live. My name is Ashton Batiste. I'm the writer and creator of the comic Nexion. So, yes.
Now,
So
I'm curious.
Go
Go ahead, Tim.
I was just gonna say, so you're the writer and creator. So who's the artist?
The artist is Jim Vala. I might pronounce it wrong. Valadez, I think. Yeah, I'm probably going to pronounce some of the names wrong.
Okay,
But
Jim Valenzuela.
Valenzuela. Yes,
There we go.
Valenzuela. Yes. So
Did you do the cover, or is the cover by somebody else?
he did the cover. He did the
Okay.
cover. He did the cover.
Other than what we just heard in the video, what's your pitch and what's so special about this book that everybody in the chat should go back it right now?
Okay, well, I will be completely honest. I just wanted to create a fun superhero story because I feel like that's what's really missing from comics are like fun stories. I was inspired by things like Ben 10, Generator Rex, Invincible, just a lot of different things. Yeah, like I really like stories like that are fun, but also could have like really deep undertones as well. And I don't want to be bogged down by all the political stuff and all the drama and all that other type of stuff. I just want to just tell a story. I mean, I feel like that's what's lost today in comics is that it's like you can't win with certain like groups. You have Comicsgate, you have the left wings and the right wings and all that. And I'm like, what does all that even matter? If
Mhm.
a creator has a story to tell, let them tell their story. As creators, You know, we attack each other. We as nerds, we have become bullies. You
Yep.
know, we used to be bullied. Now we are the
It's
bullies, and
it's stereotypical in psychology. The one that gets bullied when he fights back has a tendency of leaning against bullying people until he realizes it. It's a
Yeah,
common
the
trope.
abused will abuse.
Yep.
it's sad. It's sad, and as a fellow creator, I just feel like we all need to support and come together and help each other out, not just belittle people for their hard work. Because look, it took about 4 to 5 years for me to really get this stuff off the ground. I have gone through many different artists. I've rewritten the first script multiple times with my co-writer Perry Logan. You know, it took a lot to get here. And all I'm asking for is people to really just support the book. I mean, everyone always talks about, oh, we want new black characters and oh, we want representation. Well, here you go. There's a book that clearly has a brand new black character
Mhm.
that is original and fresh, and if you guys want to follow and support it, well, there you go. But I would write this character if he was white, Asian, or whatever. I like there is no reason why I made him black. I just did it just cause.
Yeah.
I'm the type of person that I don't care if a character is black, straight, gay, whatever, as long as they're written well. And that's the problem. Nowadays, people only write certain characters based on what they are.
Technically, it's
You know,
projection. Yeah.
right. And it's frustrating because it's just like what's their purpose?
It's like, I'm
You know,
sorry, Batman is not fat. And
right. Like, yeah, exactly. Like
because
I
no,
don't
imagine a guy that's like 6'4", like 6'4", fat like fucking Peter Griffin, trying to jump from rooftop to rooftop. It's not gonna work.
exactly.
It's not
I
gonna
mean,
work.
I don't, and personally, I don't care about none of that. Like, you could have the most diverse cast of characters, but it won't work if I don't care about any of them. If
Mhm.
you go back and look at all the shows, okay, I'll give you a perfect good example. Kids Next Door. Codename Kids Next Door was the most diverse cartoon on Cartoon Network at the time it came out. That show had a really great diverse group of characters. And the reason why people fell in love with the show because the characters are all well written and fun. And you didn't have to deal with all this bullshit of, oh, this person's this person's that, or this person identifies as that. Like none of that should matter. What matters is if the characters are written well. You know, in today's society, look at the shows that people talk about. You have Invincible, Castlevania, Arcane. Um, all of those shows, do they fit a certain agenda to certain people? Maybe, but what's talked about with these shows are the characters. Are some characters in those shows like meant to fit a certain quota? Yeah, of course. But at the end of the day, those shows get praised because the animation is good, the story is interesting, and
And it's a
um,
bit
and,
two-sided.
right, it's engaging, and that's the problem with modern comics today. Why do you think manga is dominating? Because they're just writing a story. They're not trying to
They don't
you
care.
know they don't yeah they don't care about all that other crap. Manga is always is going to dominate American comics unless we change. That's why I support my fellow indies more than I support the big two, because with indies you get a lot of creativity, new ideas, and interesting characters and worlds. you
And
don't see that you don't see that with the big two, and it's so hard to get into the big two because you don't know where to start. Yeah, you can start at issue one, but issue one could be dated as hell, and you just don't know where to go. With manga, you could start with issue one of One Piece. You could start with, chapter one of One Piece and keep going until it ends. And I like that. There's no universe resets. There's no multiverse. Hey, look, I personally do not have a problem with the multiverse, but I will say it is a crutch to rely on because you'll have great stories that are told, but they're in a different universe. And it's like, why can't you just use what you've done in this in the main continuity?
Yeah, I used to like multiverse with like Marvel when they did it in that What If series of books, where it was like kind of over there doing its own thing, separate from the main universe, and it was only in that book. Now multiverse is everywhere. And it's kind of oversaturated, and I also I do believe it is a writing crutch, and I just don't care for it anymore.
It's also a way of having multiple copies of one character that you can.
Yeah, and then it becomes like, what is
reducing
that character then? If he can just be anything, like, oh, he's a pirate now, he's this now, he's that now. It's like, well, then what is that character? There's no hard
Exactly.
That's the thing. I think it's funny because for claiming inclusivity and being inclusive from everything, they're the first one to criticize, dismiss others, and stuff like that. And it's kind of like that's the premise of their story. Instead of investing on the actual story of the character and what's happening around them, it's about their little agenda. And that's the thing that I think it's ruining everything. It's like, it's not about you drinking your coffee at Starbucks. You want to see Batman drink a coffee at Starbucks. It's about Batman fighting the Joker.
Right, exactly. And I will say, like, there are certain things that get the multiverse right. Case in point, the Into the Spider-Verse movies. They handled the multiverse correctly in a fresh and interesting way. Same when Invincible. When Invincible introduces the multiverse in season 2, or even the comics, they handled it in a way that's fresh, interesting, and fun. It wasn't just like, well, this Mark Grayson is evil. What about our main Mark Grayson?
But I remember, if I'm not mistaken, the multiverse started when they started doing the dark. What was the name when the Dark Knight was Elseworld?
Right,
Marvel started with What If, and DC had Elseworld, and that's where the Dark Knight Return came from and stuff like that. But then when the Joker thing with what wasn't the last laugh, whatever it was, the Joker that laughs or whatever. The thing is, when they did that and people wanted it to be canon, that's when they started doing all those diverse things. And when they became close to losing the legacy characters of DC, that became the Earth One, which was the Justice Society and stuff like that.
And see,
so
and that's
how they started all that multiverse thing, to keep everything relevant and to keep the rights. But yeah,
right. And that's the funny thing too. It's like DC. It pains me to say this, but I kind of prefer some of their alternate universes than the main continuity. Case in point, Sean Gordon Murphy's Batman the White Knight trilogy. I prefer that over the main DC continuity. Same with like some of like Tom Taylor's Deceased. Is it a post-apocalyptic series? Yes, but it takes the new characters. I know Damian's not that new, but it takes characters like Jonathan Kent, Wonder Girl, Cassie Sandsmark, and elevates them to the roles that honestly they should be right now. Like, I would like to see DC do a series where Damian is Batman, or I would like to see them like the Jonathan Kent Superman series. I love Todd Taylor's Nightwing. I think it's great, but I have a problem with certain things, and that is one, it's taking too long for Nightwing to deal with Heartless. Like, I feel like that should have been over with already, and a new villain should have showed up. And then you have the super man thing with Jonathan Kent. I don't care about that because you gave Damian time to develop as a character, but you just skipped Jonathan Kent's whole development phase. And it's cool that you could like have some like stories about him as a kid in the backup issues, but no, I feel like DC was criminally dumb to cancel Super Sons. Super Sons should have at least been about 35 to 40 issues of stories. Same with Superman being a father. Like, Superman as a dad is something that was fresh, that was interesting, and something that we never really got to see. And it was gone before DC fully got into it. Just imagine like Jonathan Kent going to like a school that like had young heroes like him and learning new ideas from them. His dad teaching him how to control his powers and just all of that interesting stuff gone. Now he's just Superman. Where's the
Yeah.
development?
And
Like,
now it's more of a soap opera about
right.
about his sex life more than anything else.
Right. Hey, look, I don't have a problem with Superman being caring and not throwing a punch, but there are moments where it's like, look, we have seen time and time again a Superman that cares and a Superman that can throw hands. Case in point, the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited series, even Young Justice, where Superman literally tries to save these aliens. He's literally telling them, please leave. We could get you out. The bomb is about to go off. Y'all are gonna die. And because they think he's like a threat, they shoot at him. The bomb goes off. He at least tried to save them instead of, oh, let me hug it out with you, evil dad. And then also, like the issue with Jonathan Kent, it doesn't matter to the Injustice universe because we know the outcome. Stop telling stories in a world where we know that none of this that you've done will really matter in the end. Yeah. That is another issue. But
the idea of always having to replace the characters is freaking annoying. Keep the characters, give the character another name. Like, Batman 2 would not have worked. Nightwing, it became Nightwing. And that's when it worked. He became his own character.
Right, like
became his own character. That's probably exactly what Jonathan Kent should have become, its own little character. He doesn't have to have Superman's exact powers neither. Doesn't mean that it's going to affect him the same. He's half human and half freaking alien. Maybe his powers would be different. We don't know. But that one of the funniest thing is we want to be inclusive. We want more black characters. Where the fuck is Milestone? Where the fuck is all those characters from Milestone? Hardware, Static Shock.
They were cool.
They were all cool and iconic, and they were even in the cartoons, and everybody loved those characters.
Yeah,
where are they?
Did Ashton freeze?
Would seem like it.
Yeah, but I agree with the Clark having a son and him being the boy being young and being able to watch him grow and getting those family moments written into the book, like that kind of wholesome family moments out of it. That had so much potential, and they just fucking squandered it. That's like with Spider-Man, getting to see
because the thing is they just wanted to
marry Mary Jane and having a kid and watching that kid grow. There was so much potential there, and they, of course, we had to one more day him and fuck that over. We got two Ashtons. Let's get rid of that one. Bring this one in.
Sorry, it disconnected. But
so who's going to be the main antagonist in your book?
But that's kind of okay. I don't know if you missed, but we brought up the Icon, Static Shock from.
Back to the Nexion story. So the whole premise is that my main character Richard Jones, as a kid, there was this vehicle that works for this company called Risen Enterprises, and they are basically like the main headquarters where like all the technology is made and certain things like that. The vehicle basically gets into an accident. It crashes in Richard's school. He finds the gauntlet, but it's in like this ooze type form, and it latches onto his right arm. He falls back, hits his head, wakes up in the hospital with his parents beside him. The doctor couldn't find anything wrong. Fast forward like 18 years, he's, a teenager, last year of high school. He starts feeling these weird, like, things going on. He's starting to hear voices. He's starting to feel like faster. His reflexes are better. He's a little stronger. So he starts getting these changes, and that's when the entity named Ion reveals himself to him and tells him that an evil threat has come to his planet and they need to work together to stop it. The main bad guy is named Vexidus, who is part of a race that is long gone called the Solarians. As you can see in the pictures there, that is him fighting the king of the Solarians, which his name is Orion. The two of them are like brothers, but because of Vexidus' ideals, he was shunned from his people and cast out. So before he left, he stole the gauntlet that Richard uses to enhance his abilities. And fearing that Vexidus may return, Orion put his son's like consciousness or being inside of the gauntlet for safekeeping. Vexidus didn't know about any of that. So he comes back, attacks his own planet, his own people, and kills them because of a differences in ideals. And I thought that's pretty relatable and pretty like, it's kind of like interesting because we as a society today, we always go against each other on what's right, what's wrong, this and that. My thing is better than your thing, and with Vexidus, his whole thing was, hey, if we're this powerful, instead of sharing our technology and helping others, why don't we just conquer them? The elders and Orion were like, no, like why would we do that? It's not right for us to conquer other races that have not fully developed. And Vexidus just couldn't understand that. So that's why he destroyed his own people.
Not cool, bro. But
yeah.
Now that the glove, I'm curious. You say it's like bonded to his arm. Is it just a glove that goes over his hand, or is it like replacing his hand?
So it replaced his hand, and basically it kind of can like dematerialize from his skin, basically. Like it's basically like in his arm, and when he uses his abilities, the gauntlet shows up. Like it shows up, and then like the suit that he gets later, like so what I did was, him and his best friend Derek, they go to a junkyard and they find like these old parts and like just like rusted up things. Richard asks Ion, he's like, hey, what do you think of this stuff? He's like, yes, this will do nicely. And he reforms it and makes the suit around him that he wears. And that becomes his suit in the series. And I've always liked the idea of like, just things like dematerializing, rematerializing. I know it's like a common thing in the MCU now, but I don't know. I always like that idea, So if you keep scrolling, you'll see like all the characters. I have like a little description of each of their like background and a little history I wanted to add so people know like who they are. So like that's my main character right there.
Yeah, so it kind of follows that whole like nano machine thing where it'll just kind of appear and disappear on command.
Right.
All right. But Soul says the book looks very flashy and fun.
Thank you. Yes. I worked really hard on this, and like I said, I just want to tell a fun, action-packed superhero adventure story. That's all. Because again, I feel like that's what superhero stories should be. They should be fun. They should be action-packed. I'm tired of all these dark and gritty stories. If they don't fit the character, don't tell them. Like, I'm fine if it's with characters like Batman, Daredevil, Spawn, Punisher, but I'm tired of like a dark Superman story or dark Wonder Woman story. I mean, it's cool, but those characters are supposed to represent hope.
Right.
So how about we have more of a hopeful feel, please? Because the world already sucks as it is.
Needs a little bit more lightened up a little bit on some of this stuff.
Yeah, I'm tired
not
of
dark stories all the time.
Yeah, that was something I got tired with. I ended up buying a book a while back because it was like an aspirational character, like an aspirational character like Super. I can't remember which book it was. I was like, oh yeah, I'll go try this out. I bought it somewhere and didn't pay much for it. Got it home, started flipping through it, and it was so miserable. Characters are dying and everything's bad and all. I'm like, what is this?
So I also want to ask you guys too. Do you think that the price for my physical book is a little high?
Let's see.
I-
Physical is
I-
$17.
How
Well,
many pages?
so-
52? No, that's about normal.
Yeah.
Actually, it's cheaper than
That's
than-
pretty good, actually. Yeah, I mean,
most,
for what, 52 was it?
Yeah, so it's so what I did was I combined like the little prelude, which is like a couple pages, and then the main book into like one whole book. And I kept debating if I wanted to do like 15 or like 17. And I was like, well, I think $17 is fine because there are certain comic books that have 32 pages that are like $5. And I'm just like, that is a lot for a 32-page
But
comic.
technically, a
Yeah.
regular comic book right now is 22 pages, 24 pages. You'll get the book. You have like 12 pages of comic, 12 pages of ad, and they charge about that now, $5. It's like $4.
Yeah. It's too much. It's too much.
Yeah, I mean,
So that you come in with 52 asking for 17. Look, there's where most of us are doing like 60 and plus asking between 20 and 25.
yeah, I think this is a good price.
Yeah,
honestly.
it's pretty good pricing.
I think it's a pretty good price.
Okay. This is
Don't
my
shoot
this
yourself in the foot.
okay because this is my first
How much
this is
is
my
your-
first
yeah,
time
your
doing
shipping?
any of this.
Oh, okay, so this is your
You know
first-
how much they're gonna cost you per issue to print. As long as you're fine with that.
print ship.
Now from what I've been told by my printer, he told me the more books I print, the less it's gonna cost.
Yeah. That's how it is. Yes.
So that's what he was telling me,
But
and
the idea is you try to get like an idea. So you need 100 to get funded, but try and get an idea of how much it would cost you, and you try to gauge it around it. You know what I mean?
Do you have
well-
do you have multiple covers or is it just one cover? That's another thing to keep in.
I have multiple.
You're doing,
I have variants. I didn't put them on the main page, but like they're kind of like on like those are the variants right there. So one of those variants actually is done by the artist who worked on X-Men Evolution.
oh, cool.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And then one of them is done by the Zong Bros, who I really love their art style. They are amazing. And then another is done by my colorist, and then the last one is done by my main artist.
Okay. Let's see what everybody said. Oh, we got Ice Queen. Hey, Ice Queen.
Hello.
Let's see, Brian Kreisgau's with us. Hello, sir.
Hey, what's up, guys? What's up? How you doing?
Soul says this already sounds like a better story than the Blue Beetle movie.
I mean, I haven't seen it, so I don't want to like compare or anything like that. All I know is like I personally like I like Blue Beetle. I think he's a great character. I didn't really like take the inspiration
Actually, speaking
from. Oh, thank you. I didn't really take the inspiration from Blue Beetle. Okay, so a couple months, year back or so, I was sitting at home watching television. I was watching Ben 10, the classic series, and I told myself I could do this. I could write a series. Now, I knew nothing about like I read a lot of comics, I read manga, watched a ton of anime, cartoons, but I never knew like how I would do this. So I called up one of my friends from college and I was like, hey man, you want to write this series with me? He was like, yeah, sure. And at first we did it as a hobby, but then over time, as I kept seeing more and more Kickstarters and more people kind of like put their books out. And then I saw Eric July when he did his announcement trailer for ISOM. That really got me going, okay, let's take this serious. Let's get this going. And I'm not saying that, hey, I could be like him. I can make all this money. No, but he inspired me to kind of really, put my foot down and go, all right, let's make this a reality. Let's make this dream come true.
There's serious movements in the indie scene. It's not
right.
It's not
And
a joke.
right. And I was like, well, indie comics are doing great. And if I'm being honest with you, indie comics are the future. As much as like the big 2 or 3 or whatever think they can keep up, indie comics are the future. My thing personally, I feel like there should be more indie comic animated series because some of these indie comics are like really good, and I'm like, where are the shows? I get animation takes time, and it's
you gotta get the money for that, there, buddy.
I started doing animation for Nat the Merc, and yeah, it takes a lot of time, and then you also have to take the book out, and then you have to run your own little business, and trying to get an animation team on board, it's also pretty expensive.
It is.
But the thing is, I have the advantage that I am an animator.
I see what you're saying. It'd be nice if, like, you're trying to say, like, if bigger corporations would see some of these indies and be like, hey, we can probably do something with this.
Yeah.
That'd be
That's
right.
the thing.
Right.
That's the thing
And
is you have to go knock at their door, though.
Yeah.
right, but that's the other problem too, is that I rather not do with the big corporations, because as we are seeing, look at the writer's strike. Like, just pay the people. I get that some of the demands may not be met, but y'all have enough money to pay these people a living, breathing wage.
I would also say if you go back to writing good stories instead of just agenda, you probably make more money too.
Right, and I know. Hey, look,
It's not like the writers are that great right
It's
now.
weird,
either.
It's just weird that it happens now, and it's old. Just saying.
Now, let me ask you guys something. So, politics and all of that have been in comics for years. What do you guys feel is the difference from back then to now? Because people nowadays would say, "Oh, well, you guys are racist and homophobes and all this other stuff."
I think
the best way
I
of
just
saying
think
it is before the politics used to be on the side of the story. It used to be like a little innuendo into the writer's fucking vision on how he tells the story and how he approaches it, instead of being the main focus, and then the rest took the back seat of the experience. Technically, that's what I think happened, because politics, a story has to be, in other words, like an opinion. It's something that comes from the creator that's trying to express something, or something about something. You know what I mean? It's not just, okay, the Joker's here. Okay, but why is the Joker doing the thing? So usually you'll take a reference to something. But when that's the message or your agenda or something is the main focus, then the rest loses its appeal. Like, when you're reading Dark Knight Returns, I love fucking Dark Knight Returns, but he did have a very strong political stance in there in a way, right? But he also kind of like respected both sides in a way, even though it was pretty obvious that was more his. But the thing is, it did not lead the story. It did not take over the entire fucking story. It was just an extra little thing in there. It's like, what makes a character? You are in a comic book, we're in a movie or something. What makes the exchange between me and you is those little differences that you need. Like, you'll be more of a on one side, I'll be more on the other. But that's the thing that they forgot. It's right now, it's just more like assimilate. Well,
right.
It's really more explore and appreciate. It's like what I used to say. When I grew up in cultural appreciation, they turned it into cultural appropriation, which is a fucking wrong thing to do.
I agree. And I feel like certain characters, if you want to tell a political story too, I feel like certain characters benefit from that. Case in point, I think the best character that tackles political stories is Daredevil.
No, it was Green Arrow.
Well, Green Arrow too, but
because he's a perfect example of it. He's a pure fucking extreme left guy, even though, and to a point of like, when you see him fucking thing, like he's really pure fucking like extreme left borderline. But
Daredevil too. Well,
and then when you put him with fucking Batman, it works.
Right. I mean, look at Hard Traveling Heroes. Hard Traveling Heroes is a great example. Hold up, guys. I'll be right back. Hold up.
Oh, okay. All right. Check chat while he's out. Social the European option, Sugar Rush.
Another thing I thought was funny about that strikers thing when they were saying about like AI replacing them. I'm like, where the fuck were you guys supporting like when AI the artists were complaining about AI taking their shit? They didn't care.
I'm gonna mute him because I can hear him talking. I don't want his conversation leaking.
That's all it's talking over louder.
And when I see him pop back up, I'll unmute him.
That's why I raised my voice. I didn't want people to hear his personal things.
Let's see.
They need to pay their writers, but the writers need to do their job too.
Yeah, you actually make good product. People will watch it more, and you'll make more money off of it.
Don't complain. You get fired if you write Batman and the cell drop, and you're like, well, you need to be replaced. You're picking. Doesn't work.
But I do have a problem with like Hollywood accounting. I do have a problem with that. That's an issue that needs to get fixed.
Oh, he's back.
Let me unmute him.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. We just muted you, so we wouldn't hear what you.
It's cool. I had to help somebody with something, but I also think like I said, I also think characters like Daredevil too is also really good to really tackle those type of issues as well. And
he is a lawyer.
Yeah, it's exactly. And I also feel like too, in terms of Marvel, Daredevil has been the most consistently written character since his debut.
Since you bring it up, I think Daredevil is a perfect example for something we wanted to point out before. It's like if you start making the book just about the legal aspect of the fucking book, people will lose interest of it. But do not take away the legal aspect, because that's what makes the character so great. That makes sense. Like the fact that there's a court case at the same time that he has to fight something. If you take that away, it's just Spider-Man. It's those little things, but you cannot put all the focus on the court case and forget that he's Daredevil.
Don't even get me started about Spider-Man. Marvel has no idea what to do with Spider-Man, and it really pisses me off because it really shows that the House of Ideas has really ran out of ideas.
Is it true what they told me that the new animated movie just made 20 Spider-Man 2099 the bad guy?
He's not the main villain. He is an antagonist. And you understand why he is like that through the movie. The movie is very good. I've seen it twice. It is amazing.
He's my favorite Spider-Man, so if they make him bad guy, we have an issue.
Well, no, he's not. He's an antagonist.
I can do with it, but
he's an antagonist in the movie. He's not really the main bad guy. The main bad guy in the movie is the Spot. And I know people go, "Oh, the Spot, he's lame," and the movie plays into him being lame, but then it also plays to him in. The Spot can be I've been saying this for years. The Spot can be a very powerful threat if you write him that way. And that's another thing too, is that I feel as though when it comes to the big two, certain characters have lost that threat aspect. Case in point, Deathstroke. Deathstroke used to be a problem back in the day. He used to be a serious threat. Now, Deathstroke's not really a big issue, and that's my problem. It's like the characters that used to be a problem for the heroes, they're not an issue anymore. I can understand like certain characters beating Deathstroke, yes, but Deathstroke getting beaten like a lot is an issue I have.
Not just that, is that they're trying to make all the bad guys into anti-heroes. They want to be all the bad guys are not that bad guy. It's weird if you look at it. It's a thing that they've been trying to do. Is they've been trying to turn the villains into the
Venom hasn't been
anti-hero
like villain for a while.
That got pushed too far by the hero. You know what I mean?
Well,
which is
okay.
which is why I like that story with that you mentioned before, the White Knight, because it was technically an illusion at that.
Yeah, I miss Venom being a bad guy.
Well, okay, so Venom's whole thing is I actually love what Donny Cates did with Venom. Like, I think Donny Cates' Venom run was probably my favorite Venom run of all time. And because, like, if you go back in the 90s, Venom was kind of goofy and all that. And, like, he was, like, being an anti-hero. But I like what
I like the Lethal Protector series. That was pretty
right. Fun. Like, it's fun, and I don't mind that. But I always felt like Venom should be an anti-hero. I never looked at Venom as an evil person because he's a victim. Characters like the Joker are evil.
It's a parasite. It
can he hates Spider-Man. That's all. He just hates Spider-Man.
Supposed to survive.
Yeah, I always looked at him almost like a horror monster.
Yeah. So he's a parasite. He doesn't care about people.
Yeah,
anything Spider-Man is the bad guy.
I mean, yeah, but that's like but that's how it used to be. I think like
that's what he's supposed to be.
I mean,
he's not a villain.
No.
Anymore. It sucks.
But have y'all read Donny Cates' Venom?
Nope.
Okay. I say y'all should read it because it introduces a great character.
I really lost all interest in Venom when they brought him into Guardian of the Galaxy. If you remember, like he was another character in like in a wheelchair, no legs, and then turned into Agent Venom. And I'm like, fuck off, I'm out. If that's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I mean, I get it. I get it, guys.
Is that the
y'all
WK thing you're talking about?
no, like I get it. Y'all like the classics, and I understand that. But I will be completely honest with you. I love Flash Thompson as Venom. I think what they did with the character was great until they didn't know what else to do with the character. Eddie Brock is Venom again, and I will say yes, I miss street level Venom. But again, I really love what Donny Cates did with the character because he made him one more powerful, two the lore behind the symbiotes more interesting because it's like yeah you could just say oh they're just aliens and call it a day, but I kind of want that lore, you know. I kind of want to know like well what is the symbiote? They have to be a race because it came from space, right? You know, you find out that they're called the Clintar, and I'm like okay cool, they're actually good
Clintar?
people. Yeah, that's yeah. They're a
Are they
race.
related to the Clintons?
Ah, nice, funny, very nice. But again, I get that certain characters should stay a certain way, but I don't mind change unless the change is interesting. If the change
That's the
feels
kind of
to
point we're getting at, though. You keep
Yeah.
taking these villains and you make them heroes. You
Like
don't
they
have
could have
villains
taken
anymore.
another symbiote. You know what I mean? Instead
Yeah,
of doing
exactly.
the
It could've been
Venom.
different
That's what I'm
symbiote.
saying. Like they could have had like
we've seen Green Goblin become good, and all we've seen so many different versions of these people. Like
and
we're
my
starting to be
point is
sympathizing
this.
for them when they're
that's what I
villains.
think too.
Even though I agree with what Shane is saying, I did like the fact that Venom, just like Doom, Von Doom, right?
Mhm.
They can be strong villains, but they're not evil. They can be perceived as evil. It's like what I like to tell people is like in the world, if somebody comes in like Superman, saves the world, brings world peace, right? Well, you're at least sure that there's 50% of the people that are gonna go, yay, he's our savior, and the other 50% goes, he's the evil son of a bitch that took us over. It's gonna happen, and that's what I like about those characters. Doom, that's what he is. To his people, he's the savior. He's a fucking great leader. To the rest of the
I
world,
also
fuck with him. He's an evil son of a bitch. So
right.
Venom, but that's what I like about the Lethal Protector is that he was not trying to be a superhero, right? He was just being himself, and that's what the thing was fun. Like he was still trying to figure out how he was. The Venom, eating people's head, that was fucking awesome. But yeah, I liked it. But the thing is, when you start changing the character into something else, like Venom, Agent of Shield. Making another character? Make another symbiote? We already
Well,
have.
that's the thing. It's hard though. It's difficult. It's difficult for them to make new characters because Marvel and DC have both tried to make new characters. The problem is their marketing. They don't know how to market these characters for a brand new audience.
But
that is the biggest issue.
The thing is that they don't want to go with new characters. They want to go with the legacy that they own. Why do you think they didn't bring back the Milestone? Because Dwayne McDuffie's family owned a lot of the rights.
No. Milestone is back.
Did they finally bring it back with Icon and everything?
Yeah, Milestone has been back. Like they're back.
Since when?
Since like 20, I want to say like maybe 2020, 2018, 2019 or something like that. Milestone has been back.
Wow. I haven't seen
it.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. I've heard a lot of people asking for it and people going around like, where's
Milestone is back. It's actually really good. It's great. They've gotten really good stories, especially Static. Static
McDuffie did a great job creating that little corner of
right. Static is back. Like all the characters in Milestone are back, and they're introducing new characters too. Milestone is back. If you guys want, I can send you links. Like it's some good stuff. It's some really good stuff. Also, my main villain. So David McKnight. I was actually inspired by one of the greatest villains. No, not even villains. Scratch that. The greatest antagonist. My character is a villain, but the greatest antagonist to me is David Xanatos from Gargoyles. I love Gargoyles. David McKnight was a big David McKnight is I took a lot of inspiration from David Xanatos because when I didn't watch Gargoyles growing up like maybe a lot of people did. I watched it in my early 20s. And when I watched it for the first time, I was amazed by how well rounded and how interesting and how many layers this character had. You know, like Greg Wiseman is a big inspiration to me as a writer and a creator because he knows how to make characters interesting. I love Young Justice. I think Young Justice is a great show. Has it gone on for a very long time and should end? Oh yeah, I feel like it should have been ended. But at the same time, the characters that he's written stay true to who they are as characters. You know, and that's what I love about his writing. You know, I'm inspired by a lot of different writers and creators, but Greg Wiseman is one of them that I just really love. I think he really understands how to write nuanced and interesting antagonists and villains because there's a difference. I don't know if a lot of people know there's a big difference between the two. But yeah, like that's kind of my inspiration from that too is Gargoyles as well.
It's quite simple. The evil guy has an evil plot. The antagonist just likes to start shit.
Right. Also, if you guys didn't know, Gargoyles is back with a brand new comic series, and it is amazing.
It's like a movie or something coming out, right? In the works?
No. Greg Wiseman has confirmed that there is not a live action movie in the works because it's just a comic. There's two comics. There is Gargoyles Dark Ages, which is the prequel to the Gargoyles series that talks about like the clan and how like everything got started with the humans. And then you have the main Gargoyles series, which is technically season 4 of the main show. If you ever watch Gargoyles, only watch the first episode of season 3 because that is the only canon episode. After that, go and read the comics.
Oh, they erased the rest of it?
No, dude. The fucking series, it took a really weird turn.
Well, no. It's not that. Greg Wiseman wasn't in charge of the rest of season 3. He had no creativity. Creativity.
It's after season. It's also where when we're like I have all the DVDs and you can feel it.
I tried introducing my girlfriend's kid into Gargoyles, right? But he's kind of he's 5, so he gets kind of scared of things. And I thought he was gonna be scared of the Gargoyles, right? We start watching the first 2 episodes, and when they betray the Gargoyles, they start just bashing the shit.
Yeah.
Dude, he started he was like bawling. He's like, "What? They're killing all of them here." I thought he was gonna be scared and terrified of the Gargoyles.
No,
he was pissed that they were killing.
That was really well written stories.
It was. The animation was awesome.
I love the fact that they mix in every lore, myth, and legends into one. You had Macbeth, you had gods, you had Avalon,
and that's what I'm talking about. That's the type of stories that I miss. I miss stories where you have that like lore, you have that intrigue, you also have that political stuff too, because throughout the whole series, there's always that question: will humans accept them? And I like that in the comics, Goliath is going on trial next issue to determine whether gargoyles could have the exact same rights as humans and be accepted by humanity. I think this is going to be a great turning point for the series because it's always been
with lawyers and suits and
right. It's always been a question, and that's the type of stories that I like. I like stories like that. Keep the intrigue, keep the storytelling going, add history, add lore, and just keep the story fun, action-packed, and engaging. That's all. As creators, we need to do that because at the end of the day, those are the type of people that are going to read our books. I don't care about the left wing. I don't care about right wing. I don't care about if a character is black, gay, anything like that. I do not care. And I know my co-writer is like, why are you saying all this? You don't need to say all this. But I'm saying this because I want people to understand my stance is that I just want to tell a fun, action-packed story. And whatever you can get from it, that's what matters to me at the end of the day. I didn't grow up talking about, I need to see myself as a character. I need to see myself as this. That never mattered to me. I fell in love with these characters because there was something in them that I could relate to, or they were really cool and fun. That's what made me love these characters, and that's what continues to make me love these characters. Also, another thing I want to reiterate to every indie creator out there: follow your passion. Do not give up. Do not be deterred. Keep following your passion. Don't quit. Don't let naysayers tell you your story isn't good. It's your story, your world, your universe. Tell it. Let people know about it. That's what I'm doing here today. I'm letting everyone know that this is what Nexion is about, and I really would like people to help share, spread the word, donate, please. I really want this comic to be out there for everybody. My whole goal into making this comic is to give something new for not just um creators to read, but for kids, for young adults, for teenagers, for adults, for anybody. It's an all ages book. I want people to just sit there, read it, and enjoy it.
Well, it's certainly a good looking book. Yeah, got nice art here.
I like the
How?
color. I like whoever the
Yeah,
color
it's got
is.
nice colors, very colorful. How many books are you thinking about doing? How far do you think you're going to get with it?
100.
All of them. Just gonna keep going.
I'm gonna stop at issue 100. I already have like all the way up to like volume 5 written for this series. I'm actually also working on a spin-off series with a brand new character. I'm making this into a universe. I want to make this into a brand new universe. I'm not really calling it a universe. I'm calling it a series. This at first I was going to call it the next verse, but then I was like, it doesn't really sound right. So instead, I'm just calling it the Nexion series, and that's what it's going to be called. Um, I just really want to just have something fun for people to enjoy and read. You know, that's all. As creators, I feel like that's what we all should strive to. But I know earlier you asked me what the pitch is. So it's basically Alien Gauntlet, Alien AI, and human work together to stop an evil threat by an ancient enemy that is bent on creating bioorganic weapons. He admires the main villain of my story, admires humans a lot. Yes, he knows that we fight, we kill, we lie, we cheat. But the one thing about us as human beings is that we don't give up. Even in the face of total and absolute defeat, we don't give up. And he loves that aspect of it. So he basically says, I'm going to make a brand new race of superpowered beings, but using humans as the template because of their sheer will and determination to not give up.
Okay. Yeah, well, that does sound pretty good. And sold backed at the digital tier earlier. So we got you at least one backer there. And that art alone is worth checking this book out for. But the
Yes,
please.
fun. Please, everyone, please back my book. I also, if you guys want, there's actually a brand new trailer on my like you can find it on probably my Twitter page. I posted yesterday. That's kind of a great little like pitch for the book. If y'all want to like check it out, pull it up, let some people see. It's not on the campaign page. It's on my X Twitter page. I'm not calling it X.
How many days is left of the campaign? Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
It's okay. You good? Scroll up. It should say if you scroll.
Today's the first day I've seen Nexion, so I wasn't too sure.
42.
42. Okay, not too bad. You're at what 59%. Work contacts. Yeah, 50%. That's not bad. Are you making your rounds around like other shows? Do you have shows lined up?
No, this is actually my first time I've ever done a live. This is the first.
Oh, okay.
This is the first.
Good.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, I mean, I always try to post every 2 days or so, or a day or so, within a week to just spread the word. I know like bills are tight for everybody. Trust me, it sucks. It's not really it's tight for me too. So, but I get like I'm not telling people to like do the big tiers. If you could just like donate whatever you can, that's what that's fine for me. I mean, it all adds up at the end of the day. And the reason why I chose 60 days is because I wanted to have enough time to get this book funded. I don't have like the big following that all these other indie creators do. I don't. This is my first time doing this. No one really knows me. So I'm hoping that, with all the trailers and lives and promotions, I really hope that I could really like reach people and say, hey guys, please like back this book. You don't have to get the high tiers. Get whatever you feel comfortable with. That's okay. And hey, even if we don't reach the goal, I will still do whatever I can within my power to make sure those books and rewards get out to the public.
All right. Yeah, and I got it brought up here. Let me share the screen. Is that it? There it is. Yeah, this one here.
Yeah, that's it right there.
On the surface, Richard Jones is an average teenager with an uncertain future. But there's a secret hiding in his right arm that's anything but average. An alien gauntlet housing the AI entity Ion has replaced Richard's right arm. For the honor of the past and for the sake of the future, they must work together. Now, this unlikely duo fights foes of all sizes to keep their city safe. And as an ancient enemy stands on the edge of a bioweapon catastrophe, the biggest fight of their lives is about to begin. Join Richard and Ion as they tackle their biggest foe yet as the science fiction marvel Nexion. Back your copy today, only on Indiegogo.
So I got a question for you.
Yeah, that worked real good.
Where'd you get?
Thank you.
Where's the name of the book came from? Where'd you get your inspiration, and why'd you call it Nexium?
Wow. Well,
I do have those good questions.
No, that's a very good question, and I'll be honest with you. I just kind of called it Nexion because I thought it sounded cool.
To me, I'm looking at Nexion, right? Could be related to Nexus, like a Nexus, or the next Eon.
Yeah. I mean, it can those. No, I get it. Like, I mean, I just thought it sounded cool. I don't really have like a big grandiose story of like, oh my God. I just was like, hey, because I was like, what's a good superhero name that's not really used and that, because it's really hard to come up with something. So I was like, I'm just calling it Nexion. I think it sounds cool. It sounds interesting. And I like how it sounds at the end of the day. I mean,
I ask because usually superhero characters, their names has something to do with the power, right? So I'm like, I'll ask.
And see, like his power. So his power called this energy called Solarius. So you have the Solarians, which are the alien race. You have their planet Solaria, and you also have the energy called Solarius. So that's kind of where he's able to make like different weapons, kind of like Blue Beetle or Cyborg, if you want to like go there. But I made sure to kind of limit it to where it's just like a sword, a shield, a powerful like big like arm thing like the Generator Rex thing, and a like Mega Man type like blaster mode. I'm thinking of like other things as the series goes on, but I was like, if stuff like that ain't broke, then you don't need to fix it. I mean, people always think, oh, the powers gotta be like super complex. I'm like, no, they don't. Simple powers are more easier and more groundbreaking to use because then you can really flex your creative muscles. Case in point, Iceman. Iceman's power is literally just ice, but the implications and the stuff that he could do with that power is ridiculously OP.
Yeah, I agree. Soul made a point. Have you hit up Red Valkyrie? Do you know who Red Valkyrie is?
If you contact Valkyrie,
She's a really good show. Like you get a lot of eyes. She's pretty open to having people on. I mean, you have to get over. I'd say we got 42 days, so I'd try to get over as quickly as possible because she does get a busy schedule.
yeah, she tends to like schedule her shows pretty like far ahead of time, like months ahead.
Oh, I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm new to all this. The only like people I really follow when it comes to comics are like Rippaverse, comic historian, comic pop, comics explain. Oh God, there's so many other like comic people I follow. I mean, I follow stuff like the Round Table, Clownfish TV. I really like them a lot. So yeah, I'm not okay. So I am not new to like comics, and I can show you guys. How do you? Oh wait, no, that's not it. You know what? Okay, yeah, I am not new to comics. As you guys can see,
It's collection here. Let's
I have
judge
a
it.
like I have a great collection. Like I support indies. Like I have this, which is like a really good book. You know, I've supported things from like stuff like Ray Comics. You know, I've supported things like I have like indie comics. I have a ton of Marvel, DC. You know, I have manga. You know, I have like just a ton of like really good books. I mean, yeah, like I have stuff here. So I have a lot. I have a lot of like different comics. I've got things from like Faye Comics, which is they have a book called Hunter Ninja Bear. I got that.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, that's the Chuck Dixon thing, no?
Yeah, I love Chuck Dixon. Chuck Dixon, you know, is one of my favorite writers. He wrote my favorite run of Nightwing. Like as much as I love Tom Taylor's, I think Chuck Dixon did it great. Like
Chuck Dixon wrote one of my favorite sci-fi comics ever. He wrote the second volume of Alien Legions, which is to me one of the best fucking sci-fi comics ever made.
like Chuck Dixon is another inspiration. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I know, and I'll be honest with you guys.
Warzone, it was insane.
Yes,
Did you read that right? Like that's where the
Yeah.
scene of the popsicle came from in the movie. And dude, that scene was epic. Like you can feel like you're gonna feel cold. It's not gonna be warm because your nerves starts reacting, and it's gonna feel more cold when the flame touches your skin and the guy loses his shit while he's putting a popsicle on his back. It's fucking insane, but it's actually true. It's insane. I love that fucking series.
but yeah, as you can see, I'm not opposed to reading Marvel, DC, or anything like that. I read whatever is interesting and whatever is good, and if it has an interesting plot. Now, I can't support like every book, but I try to support like certain books. Like I even have like indie comics. Like I have one called it's one from like a really good friend of mine. If I can find the book, that's not it. That's one of them. Let me see if I can find it. It's here it is. So this is a book from a friend of mine, and yeah, I know it's like fan service, but it's called Stucky Busted. Really cool book. That's one. That was an indie comic I supported. I supported another one, Kamikaze. Let's see what else. This is another one that I supported called, Up from the Skies. So that's another one I got. And then there's also this one right here, DMC, which was written by like DMC, so the rapper. And I was like, that was wild.
DMC, that's the guy from god damn it.
Like Run DMC?
Yeah, Run
Yeah.
DMC, yeah.
Run DMC, yeah. Like
Cool.
King of
yeah,
Rock.
man.
I love that band.
Like I have a lot of indie comics, and I'm keeping a lot of them like in wraps, but because I want to like make sure they're all good. But yeah, dude, I support my indies. I support my fellow creators because at the end of the day, we're all we have, and I don't really want to like see us tarnish. Actually, there's another book. Hold up, right quick.
But we got Bristolian Dave with us. He says, "All right, me babbers, this is a late one
babbers.
for you." Yeah, we're a little late. He asks, "What's Nexion?" Well, that's Mr. Ashton's book here on Indiegogo.
Like I even have another. It's more of a manga, but it's called Underground by like Saturday Crew. Like this is a really good book if you really like martial arts. So yeah, I support a lot of books. But yeah, Nexion's my indie comic. Everyone who's joining, um, it's it's my comic, my own idea, my IP, my trademark. It's my book. Please donate, support.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he froze.
Oh,
So donate, support that book. I'm finishing it.
Support the book.
Ashton,
There you go.
support the book. Get Ashton some money so he can get a better computer.
Yes.
Yeah. I know it's
Get the next issue going too.
yeah. Please, like I actually am in contact. I've been talking.
Oops.
Well, what's Dave saying? Dave says those books are way better than
Artist.
Chris's. All right. All right.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. His name is Elton Tomasi. If you want to check him out, he has an Instagram. His artwork is very good. Someone recommended me to him because they said his art style kind of fits my tone and sci-fi book. But yeah, I unfortunately have to go, but I want to thank you all for just being on the live and listening to what we had to say. I know some of it was kind of like all over the place, but we did talk about the book. Questions were asked, and like I said, please just donate, share it everywhere, share it in comic groups, share it everywhere, please. This will be on YouTube, right?
Yep.
You're on
Oh,
YouTube
cool.
now.
YouTube. It's on Facebook. Yep.
Oh, nice. All right. Yeah, send me the link. I'll send it to to all my friends and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, thank y'all for allowing me to be on live, and let's do this again sometime.
Yeah.
Have a
Certainly.
good one.
Book
All
looks really good.
Yeah, it does.
Thank you.
Yeah, make
Thank
sure
you,
reach
thank
out
you.
when you get closer to it when you're closing. Reach back out to Chris. I'm sure he'll have you on.
Yeah, we'll have you back on.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Later.
Later.
All right. Yeah, I mean, it does look like a real nice book here. The art
Yeah.
looks good. I like the color with it. You know, it's got a
I don't even think we really got through the tiers, did we?
idea.
We might have some of it.
Yeah, $5 digital, 17 for physical. You can get both for 30. He's got some variants, which you can see when you scroll down here. There's all the variants. He's got 3 variants along with his main cover. We should have said something to him. He probably should have the variants in a more prominent thing rather than just kind of in this little thing. You should probably have it like above the perks here where you can see a bigger picture of the variants, I would say.
Yeah.
And I think he needs to take that trailer he just made and put it on Twitter and put it on this campaign at the top.
It's a learning curve. I mean, like I said, this is his first campaign.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good for a first campaign, though.
I mean, he's got it put together real nice here. Like I said, the art and the colors look real good here. This looks really nice. I like this.
Yeah. I don't think we got a name to who the colorist was, but I like the coloring.
Yeah. The character designs look solid here. The bad guy looks kind of cool there. You can definitely see some of the anime influences.
Yeah, definitely.
Art here.
Like that hand shot's pretty fucking cool. I like
It
that.
looks like he's getting ready to do a Rasengan from Naruto or something. Let's see. Let me scroll down.
I forgot. Do we ask him? Was this complete? Did he have this like already ready to print?
Dude, I didn't ask him that.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, I mean, he's got the others written, but I think he sounded like this one was pretty much
Let
done.
me scroll down, see if it's on the campaign. here. Colorist. Oh, the colorist there is Mayank Kumar. I probably butchered that. But oh well.
That's all right. I do the same thing. All the
I
time.
tried. I tried.
Yeah, I'm not correct on that one.
Mayank. This sounds weird. I shouldn't say
It
show
sounds
me.
bad. It sounds naughty.
not.
Mayank.
All right. So yeah, I don't see any kind of progress. Oh, maybe it's under updates. Maybe
Yeah. Look at
check
updates.
updates here. I think everyone is going to start a campaign. Start the second week strong. 1K has been reached first day. Yeah. So I'm not seeing. I mean, he said that he's been working on this for years. So I assume that he's probably got at least some sort of progress on it.
Yeah.
I just
And he seemed pretty passionate. If not, it seems like a book that's going to get fun or get
Yeah.
through. Like he's going to have it done.
yeah, it seemed like he really cared about this.
Yeah.
Felt very strongly. Let's see. Wait, let me check the chat, see if there's anything I missed. Dave, bringing up how I organize my books. Don't you sass me, Dave. My books are fine.
Could be better.
I do need to put my stuff away, though. I need to work on that. I need to take all these books, all this manga, go throw them back on the shelf. Get them out of the way. I need to clean up my desk here. Get some of it moved. Yeah, that's the Lego books. Oh. Yes, to Lego. Yeah, history of comics. I'm happy I got those, though. They were pricey, but it was worth it.
Mine's on his way to your place, right?
Should be.
Yeah, don't forget to tell me how much it cost you.
I'm so happy I got. It was so cool getting to meet Jim Steranko. That was so cool. And getting to sit there and talk to him for all that time.
Yeah, and he
He's
seems
probably
like a
confused why
great
you were
guy.
in dress.
He was really nice. Yeah, he was really nice.
No,
I
you
did
did not go see him when he was wearing a dress.
no.
Oh, okay.
Well, he wasn't allowing pictures or anything, and since I was streaming, I was like, I'm not gonna, bother him. I don't
Shut up! You didn't want to go
Great
say
guy.
hi in a dress to him.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, obviously. But saying it like that gives me a nice out,
Hey, didn't I seriously? I know that was my brother. I'm his sister, Christina.
Oh yeah, I got a thing in the mail here. I think it's the gloves that finally came like a week after the con.
Really?
Yeah. Let's see. I got something in the mail here, whatever it is. Yep. Yeah, it's the gloves. Wow.
Dude,
Well, I mean, Halloween's around the corner. Just wear them then.
I'm really enjoying this Galaxy S9 Ultra. It's pretty fucking insane. It's the only competition to iPad Pro. So people, if you want to try, it's totally fucking worth it.
I think my hands are too big.
It just came out. I bought it in pre-sale, and I got it before it came out. But dude, it's freaking awesome. If you're thinking of buying a tablet, go right ahead. I like the fact that Clip Studio's in it.
The red glove.
Now you're a villain. Are you sniffing it? Does it smell funny?
Smells. Oh
It
yeah.
smells like
I
Stelenko.
wanted to see what it smelled like.
He's smelling the Stelenko smell.
Your ultimate personality. You're the super villain, Chris, the Red Glove.
The red glove. Oh, yeah, that was hard to get my hand in there. Let's see. Seemed like a good dude for the whole 5 minutes I was here. Yeah, he was a nice fellow. We'll have to have him back on. And he did he did really good.
Yeah, for his
First time on a stream and stuff.
Very knowledgeable of the craft.
Yeah, he seemed very passionate. I agreed with a lot of what he had to say there concerning the big two and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And me, I'm curious. I'm gonna check because I haven't seen anything milestone in quite a while. But if it is up, I did like Icon a lot, so I'm gonna check it out. because rest in peace, Dwayne McDuffie. He was one of their best fucking writers, and if people don't know who that is, he's the guy that wrote most of the goddamn Justice League Batman animated series with freaking Paul Dini. He's one of those big writers that was doing the comic books and the animated series back in the days with Bruce Timm. So he passed away a few years ago, and let's not let him go forgotten, because he was a great writer. Love his shit. Oh, excuse me.
Looks like it is back. Let me see. There's a Washington Post here article. Let me see when it came back.
Because I remember people asking for it, like, "Where's Icon? Where's this?" I'm like, because I thought they only brought back Static Shock, because Static Shock is the only one that never left anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it did come back. Oh my gosh. When was this written?
Well, he said like early 2019, so I mean, it could just.
So he wasn't sure. He said between 2000 to 2013, so he wasn't sure. 2010, he wasn't sure. So maybe it's over two, and they didn't bring them back again. I don't know. I'm gonna check into it.
All right, guys, I'm gonna head off. Give me something to eat.
Oh, alrighty.
It's what, 2 o'clock? Yeah, I'm hungry.
Yeah, that's. I'm not gonna try to get through all that to figure it out. Let me see.
Later, chat. Later, soul.
Let's see. This is 2023. Yeah, because it's not.
So it's new. So it's newly out.
That's what it's looking like, because they got a website up here. Yeah.
Because I remember they were announcing that it was supposed to come back, but I never seen it come back yet.
Yeah, it's got, Milestone Media.
Go back down.
Milestone 2.0. What?
Down. I want to see Icon. Oh, what is
Icon versus Hardware. Hardware Season 1. Static.
The Blood Syndicate. Yeah.
But like when I click
That's the name I was looking for. Rocket. There you go.
See, when I click on that, comes up Amazon. Oh, see, 2022 hardcover.
So it's new.
Part of Hardwire. Yeah, so it looks like 2021 was when this new Hardwire came out. I guess. Yeah.
Hardwire was the one that was like Iron Man, wasn't it?
But he said 2020, so that's probably you're probably right. You probably
Yeah. Well, hopefully it's gonna get the support it should be. Get it?
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully it's good and people like it and it continues to do well.
Dwayne McDuffie was one hell of a writer.
Hardware was cool. I liked Hardware. Blood Syndicate was neat. Yeah, they're all pretty cool.
Yeah, I liked Icon. I did read the Blood Syndicate a little bit. Do you remember the Sovereignty? I think that was at DC. I'm not sure.
Sovereignty. Is that book I had like a ton of? Is that the one where like the issue 1 was just
the artist was the art was
black with like a gold S like symbols in?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Or was that Tribes or something?
That's Tribe. The black thing with a circle saying Tribe.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, that was Tribe. All right. I don't keep up with all these things. Sil says I should clip Sim going, could be better, and Chris could start building a soundboard for the show. I would like to have a soundboard. That'd be kind of fun. Just putting in little sound effects all the time.
Mm-hmm. But you could just do it by having little videos on the side.
Sugar, you're putting this on after we talked about a comic with a cool alien glove? Yeah, call me Mr. Fisto or whatever from He-Man. Putting on my power glove. Let's see. And they pussified Black Lightning, which might have always been a sort of quota character, but I liked his classic adventures with Batman and the Outsiders.
Yeah.
I never read a lot of the Outsiders. I was never a huge Batman fan though.
No, they were good. The Outsiders were good. It was technically not. How can I say? It turned into. Remember, you had the Teen Titans and you had Young Justice. Technically, it turned into. It was technically Young Justice before its time. Because it was Nightwing and a few others. It was a more mature version of the Teen Titans.
Oof. All right. Let's see.
I'm really liking this pad. Here's a shot of Vincent shooting somebody in the face at the same time.
Nice. All right. Oh, I got something in the mail. I gotta go see what that is.
So people, don't forget to sub, like, and share. Hopefully it's something interesting that he just got by the mail. Me, the last thing I got by the mail was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle and Cerebus crossover. It's right here. Got this. I backed down Kickstarter a while back. Just got here. Just,
Well,
years ago.
mail. I got mail. It's a book. Not a Gemini mailer though. Let's see. Did you back Poop Man? No, I did not back Poop Man. I'm not gonna. Oh Lord. All right. So I need to start doing unboxing so I can get all that unboxed, and then I can maybe do reviews or something. To do reviews though, I'll probably be more critical than I was before. Let's see. Marina says Bisley.
There you go. So it's the remastered edition. It was on Kickstarter, and it finally made it home. And that's the weird thing. It comes with this with a little sketch card, but it has nothing on it.
I might start backing digital tiers for books on crowdfunding. So I can't really afford physical anymore. I need to cut back on it. And if I do digital, that would allow me to still read the book, and I could do a review on it. And it would only cost me like $5, $10, something like that, versus paying like 30 or something.
Yeah, you could get the physical copy of the books you really want.
Yeah. I might do that. Let's see. All right. I think I'm going to wrap this one up, though. Wrap this up. Take me a little break. What's that?
It's the same book.
Oh,
It just that's the back cover.
got you.
Hey, there's a few things that came with it, like this print, the postcard by Dave Sim.
You mean you can't afford anymore after buying half a Steel City? To be fair, I wasn't planning on spending so much at Steel City. It and freaking Mom's autograph cost like $100 like $130. Like that, and Jim and Steranko's stuff is what costed all my money. Like those comics, that big stack of comics probably only cost me maybe $50 at most. If that. Probably not even that, honestly. No, I don't even think it was that. It was all freaking those Steranko, the autographs, and the history of comics, and then Mom's autograph. I was not planning on spending all that money.
And I owe you what, $30 for that book you ordered for me, that TPP?
Yeah, something like that, I think.
Okay. Let me know. I'll send it.
And kind of frustrated with how much I spend.
You're frustrated, or you? It's more like ouch, owie, but you're still happy with what you got.
I don't know. It's ouch. Very ouch.
Yeah, I have to be honest. Like Dave's computer was starting to break, right? And the other day I do an update for my graphic card, and my screens didn't decided that didn't work. So I was afraid I needed to change my computer as well. So that would have been bad, fucking like expensive fucking thing. But no,
I'll recover. I'll just not spend any money for a while.
yeah, you take a break.
Yeah.
It's one of the last thing I bought was this.
The only thing I might spend money on for the foreseeable future is going to be probably that Baldur's Gate game. Yeah, Captain Harlock.
Mm-hmm. But I got the French edition, which was like third the price. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's the advantage of being bilingual. Sometimes you can get cheaper version because But dude, look at that size, and it's the original series of Captain Harlock. So I'm pretty happy with it. But you can get it in English too, except they're hardcover and all in multiple things. But they're pretty good. I like it.
The autograph of Chris's mom costs $100. Probably. She probably would charge you for that. Probably don't want to do it, so she probably charge you a bunch of money. Yeah, I think the $50 because I want to read it hurts a bit. What? $50 because I want to read it. I don't know what you're talking about, so.
Paying $50 just because you want to read it, you might not want to have the physical. You know what I mean? That's what he means. I think.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said before, I'm international, so even me, it's like $25 plus 25 shipping comes up to $50 pretty fucking quick. So I have to want that physical book.
Yeah, I can't justify spending so much for a indie book that in my history of experience of crowdfunding, a lot of these books just aren't as good as, like, I don't get excited and I don't enjoy them as much as the books I buy for $1 or whatever.
I also know that some people were telling me it's like it's iffy. They're iffy and sometimes backing or expending that much money because they don't know if they're going to get the following issues.
Right, you don't know.
The more support they have, you're pretty much more sure of getting one.
Right, like you don't know if it's going to get done. You don't know the quality. Varies wildly in indie comics. So, like, if it's something I really like, then I can justify that kind of spending.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm
I'm waiting for my Cyberfrog 2 book, and I'm not backing Cyberfrog 3 until I get it. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely not.
No. It's like, nah.
Yeah, there's no way I'm backing Cyberfrog 3. I didn't really care for Cyberfrog 1, and then he never improved his delivery speed and everything else. I don't
know. I mean, if I like the second one, I'll jump in the third one. Other than that, I'm not backing 3 until I get my second.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were saying that Honeycomb boxes still hasn't been all fully delivered and stuff. And that was the big. You would think that the big spenders would get priority.
But they're supposed to. That's what he said. He's shipping all the big orders. The problem is he didn't have the Death Sting. The Death Sting is in the box, and that's also the order I placed. So he fulfilled a few people that only bought the Cyberfrog 2 book only. That had the I tier. He goes from higher tier down, but he was on that. So you get the drift. So yeah. It's like most people got the Death Sting with it. So more than 50% of his people are just waiting for their books. And like I said before, no animosity. Just I want my book before I even consider backing the third one.
Right, I get that. That's fair.
That's all. That's all.
For me, I didn't enjoy the first one, but I was gonna finish out the series.
But you were right. I have to admit, thank you, by the way, for sending me that Ashcan that I didn't get, because it does make more sense with that extra Ashcan. the
Okay.
first book.
Yeah, that's what I had heard and everything. I didn't care for the first one, but I was like, well, I'll finish out the series and everything. So I backed the second one, and that was before I was kind of done and over it. But then there was always the drama, and then like he's once again late. Well, maybe not late. I don't know what he set his due date by, but he's taking him, a long time to deliver it and all that other stuff. And it's like, nah. By the time I get it, I've lost all hype or interest for it, and I'm like, oh, okay. There's that thing I thought was
In the
interesting.
beginning, in the beginning, it's normal that one book a year or something, or you're delayed and stuff like that.
He's got so much money he could invest back into his business and stuff.
Yeah, but that's all. That's a double-sided thing. Just having that much money, also taxes. So to me, it's kind of like you have to get that book done pretty quickly, otherwise you pay extra taxes. Because expenses. It's a business thing. I'm not going to get into details, but yeah.
Well, I guess
The thing is, if everything goes according to plan, my game is going to be changing next year. I'm planning on having 3 new books next year. Minimum.
Aaron still hasn't got his frog book. Says he's not going to back the third. He's done. Fair enough. Marinus and Sim are still waiting for their Cyberfrog 2. I got mine months ago and was like, oh, well, that was a thing I was in too long ago. Yeah, I get that. I've had my Wreck Planet for months, says Dave. Still haven't read it. Lost the enthusiasm. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. My goal right now for next year is to be able to make 3 to 4 books in a year. So you won't wait more than 6 months before you get your freaking book.
At least we get a free toy car now. What?
Yeah, that's the thing with the new campaign. It's weird. Right before it closed and went in demand, somebody came in and bought a $20,000 original art, which unlocked that little toy car and promoted it. Yeah.
Lost all interest in it. Yeah.
But it's also like, I was one of the first one to back the previous campaign, and you're not one of the first one to be fulfilled. So I'm like, I'm in no rush.
Let's see. We've got Pale Rider saying, I see a sugar rush. Has Chris told a story or sung a song?
Nope.
I don't even know what I would sing. I'm all out of love.
So saying, same packing AVS is worth it if you watch and enjoy his stream. Outside of that, the waiting time are just not worth it.
Yeah, I can agree with that. If you're like a big fan of his channel and you want some YouTube merch, essentially, there you go. But outside of that, if you're actually like,
but that's the thing. Yeah, I didn't back Cyberfuck to support Ethan as much as I was curious about the book. I was interested in the premise.
The premise of it, it's something different.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I backed it originally with the first book. I was like, oh, this looks different, something interesting.
So that's the thing. It's like, if he delivers, I get my books. I don't mind backing it if I'm into it. You know what I mean? If I like the second issue and I want the third one, I'll jump on it. I don't care. The thing is, it is a freaking long wait, and it's just the way that you can answer to some people a bit better. And
exactly, Dave. He could have put out 5 to 6 books by now, have a real powerful IP, but no. Well, because he doesn't even want to be a comic book guy anymore. He wants to be a shock jock like Howard Stern. That's what he always used to say.
Mm-hmm.
I remember he used to always say that. So that's what he does now.
Yeah.
But then again, I haven't watched him in so long. It's been years.
Feels like Sim. Hush! Sugar was trying to sing. Damn it! I'm sorry.
Yep. Ruined the moment. Blame Sim. It's over now.
Fuck you. You're just taking advantage of that now.
Yeah. I am. Get over it, Sim. Too late. Blame Sim. Blame Sim for not getting your song.
Hashtag blame Sim.
The moment was ruined. I'm not in the mood anymore. I got a headache. Oh Lord.
But that's one of the things Dave told me too. He goes, you know, why are you doing a 120-page book where you could just do 2 books? I'm like, good point.
Yeah.
Good point. Me, I was thinking, you know, giving more volume for the money might have. But I'm gonna stick with my 60, 80 pages, and next year there's gonna be 3 to 4 books. As long as I get the support.
All right. Let's see.
And there's gonna be a card game next year.
I need to
Starting developing a board game.
in 2 hours. I should start to wrap this thing up, so that way I can use the bathroom. Maybe pay my bills off the emails. Maybe I'll stream some more Path of Exile, since I'm still on vacation for today and tomorrow. Maybe I'll do that after I get done. Maybe. Let's see. You could lower power to watching your autopilot gaming streams by singing on them. They'll get you money. It's not autopilot, so Ion. Dang it. There is no autopilot going on. Gosh, I've got to do like 4 or 5 different things.
But he makes a good point. Like you're taking, you're focusing on the wrong part of the message here. What he's trying to tell you is sing while you're gaming, you'll get monetized.
My brother said that I should just make a alt account and then just have it auto play a playlist while I'm at work all the time. I was like, no, I'm not cheating to get monetized.
You know what you could tell your brother? You could do that for me too.
Yeah. I'm not going to do that though. That feels like cheating. If I can't get it the actual way, then I don't deserve to be monetized, I guess.
He goes, yeah, Path of Exile on very easy mode with sing along. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So would you feel better if I played my Forbidden Right build? It has no minions. None.
I don't know. Dave yesterday was talking to me about how he wants to be able to play Baldur's Gate. But the thing is, yesterday we went to the computer center because we wanted to get his computer checked because it's having problems, and we want to make sure that we're changing the good parts, right? But the thing is, we're gonna have to keep it for 2 to 3 days. You know, Dave, right? No computer for 2 to 3 days, and he's already been 2 days without being able to game. Yeah,
Just gonna get all antsy and frustrated.
yeah. So not lend him his iPad. Yeah. So we're getting his computer fixed because he has to get back to lettering and finishing those the lettering.
I used to wonder if my computer could handle Baldur's Gate 3. I don't know.
Check
My
the specs.
can handle it. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't take much more effort to sing "Dude Looks Like a Lady" while hitting the auto death button over and over.
Looks like a lady. She said.
You could say that about all builds for Path of Exile. Jeez.
Looks like a lady.
Gosh, like my builds require more work than all the other builds out there.
Yeah, but the thing is, you cheat. See, you create game-breaking builds, so then you can pretend that you're good at the game.
Yeah. No, I know I'm not good at the game. I'm terrible at it. I am horrible at those types of games. Anything that's like fast-paced, that like requires a lot of like muscle reflexes and stuff. I'm terrible at those damn games. I sit and play games with map. That's like you just looking at maps. I don't do fast-paced like shooters and stuff. I can't do it.
Oh no, not Path of Exile again. Dark Side and Shadow.
Oh, I'm doing it, Maris. I'm gonna stream it.
Chris gets so defensive over his pre-build from the internet. I know, right?
It's not. I made the pre-build. I made that pre-build.
Reference on multiple that you've seen on the internet.
I'm not using anybody else's builds. It's all me. I don't really enjoy sugar stages. Enjoy
See how riled up and how high up in this chair that he got? I think you might have touched a nerve there.
enjoy getting him to do things he doesn't necessarily want to do. Well, yeah, that's basically everything when I do this YouTube stream. I do need to figure out a kind of like another stretch goal for getting monetized.
Well, you know the rule changed, right?
What?
Right now, you technically you need less to get monetized, but
Well,
you
yeah,
just
I still need like another like 1,500 or something like that watch hours. I checked my earning tab. Yeah, I still need like 1,500 watch hours or something.
okay. So if you get monetized, you're gonna put the red dress on again. You're gonna dance on stream.
Thought I was done with that.
You take out the glow sticks, and you have your mom flicking the lights. Come on. Just trying. You said you need a new gimmick. Yeah, pretty much. Don't forget to do the cross.
All right.
I remember those old freaking memes about it's a rave. And people take out the glow sticks.
Let's see. Stream it in pixel art low res 40. I'm at 7. No, I'm at the higher res than that. Hush up, Marinus. I can't stream any higher, or else I have to pay more money for StreamYard. You get the channel monetized, and I'll go higher. I'll pay for the higher freaking thing.
Oh, and by the way,
I don't want to hear it, Marinus.
if you're not sub to my channel, since the rules changed, we're almost getting on the verge of getting monetized on my side too. I'm almost at 500 subs. So please go sub to my channel. We're over 560. We're at 564, I think now. I don't need that much more.
I don't cheat at nothing. What are you talking about, Pale Rider? I ain't no cheater. It's not a minion build. I just have zombies on the
It's cheating if you go watch videos telling you how to build your shit and then you do a game breaking.
No.
No,
I don't look at other people's builds.
I'm OP from the beginning.
I don't look at other people's builds. I don't use their builds. I'm not over there doing meta builds. And dang it, Soul, yes, the one I'm streaming right now is a minion build, but the Forbidden Right build I have is not. It doesn't use a single minion, not one. It's all about using Forbidden Right, which sacrifices health and energy shield to add damage, and I can get over 20 million DPS with it. Gosh. Keep roasting. I seen they're touring again. Old Limp Biscuit. I think they're touring again. Pretty sure. You need to edit your live streams into shorter videos that more people will be willing to watch. I don't know how to do all that.
I need to do that too.
I have no idea how to edit.
But I'm starting Doodle and Chill again soon, so if anybody wants to come on or have suggestion for characters or campaigns, like campaigns or mainstream characters, anything, just let me know. Like I said, I'm feeling way better.
I'm just gonna move. I'll just make me a Twitch account. I'll just move all my gaming streams over there.
Twitch is dead. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, that's where all the people go to.
No, go on Rumble instead. I don't know.
You gay Rumble. That's lame.
No, Twitch is more gay than Rumble.
Well, yeah, Twitch is gay.
Is that why you want to go?
No.
Is that your coming out, Chris?
I don't actually like Twitch. I've only been on there like in the past 5 years, like maybe once or twice for Path of Exile. Because if you go over there and watch their streams for so many hours, you get like cosmetics. You need an editor. Well, you know what? Editors cost money. And I don't got money because we're not monetized. Let's see.
And like DJD says, hit that like button, smash it, love it.
Yes, I don't know how to do short videos. Chris, 2020. Yes, How about not stream 3 hours?
Bill Ryder calls you out, and I thought the exact same thing. Well, you could watch videos on how to edit instead of watching video on how to cheat on video games. Dude, mic drop.
I am not cheating on video.
Mic drop.
I am no cheater. None of this is cheating.
See the level of redness that just started from the nose to going behind the eyes now? See?
I did watch Good Stuff did a stream on editing while he was editing. I watched some of that to try and figure some of it out. But he uses an editing program, but it costs money. I'm already paying for dang StreamYard. Sim, you need to edit Doodle and Chill into short vids that more people will be willing to watch, like Beacon shows up and Beacon has to leave remix.
Yeah, because it's one of the running gags in the show. Like every time we start streaming, not too long after Lobo comes in and freaking thing, and he wants to go out. So he has to go out for another pee. Lobo's a piece of shit.
DJD, hello, sir. Autopilot builds from here. It's not an autopilot build. There is autopilot builds on the internet. They're called auto bombers on PoE, and it all revolves around casting when damage taken and things like proccing when crit and things like that. And it revolves around the lightning storm skill.
Is that why you're so volatile around that subject?
Herald of Thunder.
Is that why you're so volatile around that subject?
Or Righteous Fire is like a walker build. And all you do is just walk, they hit you, and everything dies.
That sounds like the type of shit you're into.
No, I don't make that. I've never made those builds.
How does this still work? I know, right?
Lobo waits to shit until I'm live streaming.
Yeah. You'll take him out, you'll wait, and then he starts live streaming. Yeah.
They have free editing software. I know. So you think I pay to make my silly vids? No. Well, what do you use then, Pale Rider? What editing software do you use to make those videos? And I'll try to look it up and see what I can do, I guess. And then I got to figure out. I don't edit what parts of this because we're always all over the place with our streams. What would I focus on? I guess I could try to cut down.
That's the thing. You could cut out the nothing, streamline it to just the book art, and do the opposite. Take the joke.
Yeah, I guess I could go straight to the part where he talks about Nexian, where he does the pitch and things like that, maybe. And
yeah, you cut those little pieces out, then you have this, and you can do those best moment out of this.
Because that would be like a few-minute video, I guess. And
the latest sim has ever been on stream is this one.
Dude, just don't react to me. I'm literally still pulling your leg. I'll DM you. I don't remember. Okay. The is a game on the Switch. I think it's some Final Fantasy clone or something like that, where you can actually make the game play itself and go do some. Oh, it's probably it would be either a auto battler or like an auto clicker or something. Or no, it's called what do they call them? Idle games. Yeah, like an idle game or an auto battler probably then. Yeah, and go do something else. Chris would love that. There is auto battlers I've enjoyed where, like my favorite game, Majesty, you don't directly control your quote unquote minions like the heroes because it's based off of Dungeons and Dragons, like kind of like in the setting, like a typical like fantasy setting, and you got guilds with your heroes you build. But it's a strategy game. You have to decide where to place your buildings. You can place little reward flags to incentivize your heroes. I like it because it's like a simulation, and the heroes all do their thing, and they're all motivated by different things. And God, I wish they'd make a new Majesty and build off that. It was so good. I wouldn't say it's an auto battler or an idle game. It's its own unique thing. But yeah, idle games and stuff. I think the only closest thing to like an auto battler I've played is where you place your little guys on the little board, and then like you start the fight, they run up and do, and then they run up and do the thing, and you watch the fight and see what happens. And you might have like a couple little abilities you can use to influence the fight, but all the gameplay that you're active on is what happens before and after the fights, like the progression in between. No, I like strategy stuff. I like stuff that is more strategic than.
He likes anything that gives him minions and control over other. I don't know where that's from.
Yeah. I have a control thing. I like to control things. Yeah. Let's see. I checked. It's Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age. I'm gonna look that up. I'm wondering what that is. Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age. Oh, it's on PlayStation 4. Oh, it's on Steam. Yeah, it's on Steam. Look at that. $50. Oh, it's remastered. How old is this game? It's got a remaster. I haven't kept up. Gosh, I haven't kept
Dark
up.
Side saying, "I have a great game for you, Chris." I have a bad feeling about that one.
I haven't played a Final Fantasy in a very long time. The last Final Fantasy I really liked was like 10.
Was that I really liked was 9.
No,
I got into it at 7. 8 was 9 was pretty dope. Then after that 10 I got out.
The problem I have with Final Fantasies, the beginning I always really like, and then they always take it from like that to like big world ending event, crazy stuff, gonna destroy the universe, and I never like that. I always like the beginning part where you're just like in Final Fantasy 7, you're in was it Midgard, and it's got the cool like almost like diesel punk aesthetic, and you're a terrorist trying to fight Shinra. That's cool. I like that.
Okay. There's something. Their Dark Side's having a little meltdown in there. I don't get what's going on. He goes, I have a great game for you, Chris. It's $5 early access. Gets a lot of praise. Clicks the link, you redneck. Like, where's the link?
What link are you talking about, Marinus? You hothead, call me a damn redneck.
That's the thing. It's like,
your damn links now.
Where's the goddamn link?
What the heck are you talking about? There ain't no link, you nutter. Let's see. Final Fantasy X Remaster is on the PlayStation Vita, and yes, I always have to name drop my favorite handheld. Nice. You don't steer it? No. There is no link there. Marinus isn't a mod, so it won't work. Good.
Yeah. Send it in the DM group.
Sucks for him. I did like 10. I did like 8. 8. Oh man, I really liked the beginning of 8, where you were like the mercenary school, and you had Sorceress Adia, and you were sent to take her down and all that stuff. That was cool. I liked that. But then it turned into like, oh, are you gonna fight, take on the crazy universe thing? It's gonna destroy the world, or blah blah blah. I'm like, oh my god. Why can't I just fight this sorceress and try and topple the tyrant person?
Okay, so you just put it in the Morning Roast DM group.
Why isn't Marinus a mod? Because he hates Paladin stuff.
Because it's Marinus. I don't know.
Marinus. Because he's Dutch.
Because he's very on the angle.
He's from Freaky Deaky Holland. Dementia. It's a hell of a drug.
So, Chris, the link is in the Morning Roast chat.
All right, let me see what he's going on about.
It's a
Thronefall. Yes, I know Thronefall. I've watched multiple videos on it. It does look fun. Yeah, it does look pretty fun. I've watched videos on it. I also, it looks like it would be a solid little fun game to play. I could probably put like at least a few hours into it. Thronefall looks good. What's that other one? That other one. Shit, what is that called? I don't remember. I got it on my wish list along with like 500 other things. Crap! It's not on sale. What is it? What was that other thing that I seen the other day that people seem to really like, and I'm interested in? Because I always like city builders and stuff. Ever since like Emperor Rise of the Middle Kingdom and stuff like that. I don't see it. No, it's not Distant Kingdoms. I do want to get Songs of Six. That seems right up my alley. But wow, I have a lot of stuff wish listed. I need to go through and like start removing some of this stuff because I don't think I'm gonna I've probably lost interest in like half of these. A lot of these I was just kind of mildly interested in. Yeah, I don't think I am anymore. What is that? I don't even know what that is. I don't even remember wishlisting that. I see Frostpunk 2 is coming out. Really excited about that.
What?
Frostpunk 2. I'm excited to see that when it comes out. Because Frostpunk 1 was cool.
I'm not much into those city builders or stuff like that game. So.
Yeah, it's a city builder where like it was like diesel, kind of like a diesel punk world, and basically an ice age hits. So you have this like giant like generator that runs off coal that heats your settlement, and you're trying to survive against all this stuff. And it basically like your people go to more and more extremes to survive, and so you end up either becoming like a fanatical like religious settlement, or you become like a fanatical communist settlement. You like become very extreme in your beliefs. Like basically, it's like how far are you going to go to survive? What are you like? What are you willing to compromise? And it was interesting.
Makes sense.
Oh, Rattenreich, that looks kind of interesting. What else? Noble Fates, that one looks kind of it could be kind of good. Where is it? Good Lord, how many of these games do I have? Oh, Rattopia, of course.
Did you ever get your copy of Hammer?
No.
Okay. I was just asking.
No, I didn't.
Because I know I backed it too. I'm just asking.
When is Rattopia coming out? Q4 2023. So it should be coming out sometime soon. I am looking forward to that because Rattropolis was such a good game. Let's see. Was it?
Did I ever show you this? It's something I got a while back.
No. I don't know what it was. Now, oh well.
Something they did a while back is that they reprinted in English, like it's Panini that did this. So it's kind of like a manga size, but it's a reprint of all the classics. So this is actually like a Fantastic Four by Stanley and Kirby.
Nice.
And it was very affordable compared to the rest of it.
Farthest Frontier. There it is. Farthest Frontier. That was what I was thinking of. That looks interesting. I don't think I have that wish listed, actually. No.
So people don't forget to sub, like, and share.
Yes, please do. We need to get that watch hours up.
And watch some videos.
Yeah, I need to start making videos, I guess.
And me, I've made you guys a whole bunch of AMV, CMV, GMVs to go enjoy and watch videos and music on my channel to give me watch hours. And I also put some movies.
All right, let me see. What's everybody's saying? I always have my favorite handheld nearby. That sounds wrong.
It is meant to. If you read the second comic.
It was a penis joke.
Kind of picked up on it.
Frostpunk is the best city builder I've played. It's pretty good. I don't know if I'd rate it as the best. I still prefer like older games like Emperor Rise of the Middle Kingdom or things like that.
Did any of you guys in the chat
It's really good.
ever read this book? It was a great series.
Yeah, I got it.
You got some of it?
I got the first one.
Okay. And you stopped there?
Well, I haven't found the others yet. I'll find them when I come across them.
It's a pretty good series.
It's a pity you can't post anime gifs into the YouTube chat. I'd do Fozzie Bear from the Muppets where he just told a joke. Goes, nothing? Waka waka. Sugar loves playing the Sims Bathhouse version. I did play Playboy's Sims game back in the day for PS2. I did remember. I used to play that one. I enjoyed it more than I did Sims.
I remember a while back, like
I thought the Playboy one was kind of cool. Where you
that's
could,
what I was gonna say. Somebody I know was playing the Playboy one.
yeah, I had it. I used to own it. I liked it back when it came out. I liked it more than I did The Sims, just because I thought it was kind of cool how you had to like talk to the people and hire them, and they all had like skill ratings, and then you had to like set up the photo shoots, and you could bang them and do all this other stuff, and how good your magazine did meant how much money you're making, and you could set up your mansion however you want. I thought it was a kind of a cool gimmick. I thought it was neat.
Yeah.
But I didn't put like a ton of time into it. But I thought it was kind of fun. But I would actually believe that something like this exists for The Sims. There's probably mods. Sugar bad, Chris bad. Put the Rattopia down. Oh no. It's gonna be played. I'm gonna make a video and everything when it comes out. That and
I had my fingers over the book name.
And since you like the rat people so much, maybe I'll go and get that Rattenreich when it comes out.
It's called Elephant Man, and the original one, like the first series, was called. Hold on, it's the rhino.
It wasn't called Elephant.
It's called Elephant Man.
As I say, I have volume 1.
The first book by Ladron, it was called Hip Flask. 2 issues. Then after that, they moved it to Elephant Man with Hip Flask in it, and that's where it starts picking up. And it's pretty good. Like it's like the Island of Dr. Moreau meets Blade Runner. So it's pretty goddamn dope. Like I really liked it.
Okay. Yeah, Elephant pretty good. I remember Ladron being the artist. That was a good one.
Yeah, but I have them both here. I have them signed too. I have the first one.
Hello,
Yes,
sir.
last.
IOD Guilty Gaming.
On Natural Selection, this is the first one by Ladron, and as you can see, it has a nice sketch inside by Starkins.
Oh, nice. I forget the
art
minute.
in there is sick, dude. Look at this. The art in there, it's all traditional art, and the guy's a master painter. It's insane.
Good.
Yeah. And the story is that they created those elephant men to kind of like be our military weapon, and then they became to have rights. Get it? They were like our weapons. Then they want to have rights. They assimilate. So it's like we're trying to learn to live with them as in our world. So they're part of our world now. It's pretty interesting. I really like it. The second one was this Head Flash, the Concrete Jungle. And then you start the entire other series of Elephant Man. Dude, the art. Look at this shit. This is Ladron, and it's freaking insane.
Yeah, the art looks really nice.
But then it changed, and then you had a whole bunch of that. You had Boom Cook that joined in, and a whole bunch of others.
All right, let's see. Your crumb bum creep. Let's see here. All right, so I need to start wrapping this thing up,
Yep. Don't forget to sub, like, and share.
and then I need to go use the bathroom, maybe go do a couple things, and then maybe I'll stream more Path of Exile. I don't know. Should I continue the build I'm doing, or should I go make a Forbidden Right build just to please Soul? I don't
Best
know.
Spider-Man ever, and he's not a fucking bad guy.
Miguel O'Hara.
Miguel O'Hara. Yep.
I like him. I liked him. I liked the look of, was it Ben Reilly when he had like that little, he had the thing he wore over the suit and everything back in the 90s.
Little blue kangaroo.
Huh?
Little blue hoodie.
Yeah, like it was like a little cut off hoodie and cut off the sleeves and stuff. I like that. I enjoyed his look back then. Like aesthetic wise, I don't know about story wise. I didn't have enough to determine it. His character.
To me, Miguel O'Hara succeeded in surpassing fucking Peter Parker. Technically, to me, in a way, I like him better.
Yeah. I enjoyed 209.
I like the bad side effects that comes with the spider powers as well that Miguel has. You know what I mean? Can't always be just good, you know.
No, Marinus. I'm playing PoE. I don't care. Hey, nobody watched my stream last night, and that's fine. I don't expect people to watch me. If they don't, they don't. But I'm just streaming and talking while I play. Let's see. Scarlet Spider, yeah. All right. I'm wrapping this up. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. And I'll see you all in the next